Good evening. Good evening, jerks. I hope I'm not too loud. What's up? I saw a crowd assembling. Merry Christmas to everyone. I'm in such a good mood this year for Christmas. Over the last years, Christmas hasn't always been the best time for me because number one, our dog business is always busy. The school year through Christmas, Christmas is a busy time. So I'm about to have some more dogs around. It gets a little busy for us, and a lot of times we do Christmas gifts. Hold on, let me turn this off. A lot of times we get Christmas gifts for all of our customers. This year, I'm not doing it. I'm just not. I just went out shopping and I just got the gifts for the girlfriend. Am I muted? No, I'm not muted. Am I muted? I see one person saying I'm muted. No, okay, good. Sometimes I come in and out at the very beginning. I'm not sure with this mic. It takes a second to warm up, but I'm here. But Christmas has always been a tough time for me. Ever since my friend died, 2013, Michael Malta, KLP. And so I always, kind of miss him around the holidays because I know how much Christmas was big for him. And but this year feels a little different. It feels a little different because of all the shit we've been through with Karen Reed and supporting her through two trials, and now the end of the year, the way this has kind of gone down over the last couple months, and then we have Karen's fundraiser on Friday night, and we're still talking about it. We're still talking about how great of a friggin' event and how it kind of just changed the mood and the tempo of everything. And especially for me, knowing what's coming up in January and what's coming up in 2026. And the fact that Karen even said it too, November 2026, that's when Michael Morrissey's gone. That's when the real fun starts. But this next year, I have so much to look forward to. I am like, I swear to God, I've been smiling ever since Friday night. I kind of knew that was going to happen, but when it happens, it just blow me away. I have a lot to be thankful for. Number one, I want to say Jess Machado. She created her Horizon chart. I'm going to do my quick Horizon chart, and unlike hers, my chart doesn't include any people I'm pissed at or I hate. All it includes right now is I'm just going to do the YouTubers. And I'm going to say right now, like, I am happy. Like, let's just say I'm going to give my the top four shows that I follow right now on YouTube related to Karen Reed. There are other shows that I watch, but the four that I focus the most on, and they're the ones I'm the most thankful for. And I'll just start at number four. It's kind of the one that I've um, become like a huge fan of over the last couple months. And I've known them for a little while. I always liked them, but now it's like we're family. Like we're tested. We like I have a lot of respect for them. I've gotten to know them a little better. I'd say my fourth favorite show right now is and this is like it's not like fourth is like fourth string or anything. These are all A list. These are all like top shows, like every single one of them. Like being number four is not a diss. This is like you make my list. Number four, calling all beings. Love them. I fucking love them. I'm very thankful for Boston Bia and especially DJ and friends. I love them and respect and he says colleagues. They are my colleagues that I love, that I respect. Credible colleagues. Number three is a tie. It's going to be actually top two. So these guys are tied, and my second. This is me. This is doesn't mean that what I say is true. It's just like what I focus on, what I watch, what I consume the most. And in second place, it's a tie. It's between my boy BLT, who I love, LTL Media. I love Brian, love his show. I watch it. We're going to be redirected tonight. He does such great work. And my boy Dixie, John Como, and Boozy Beauty. I said it right this time. Sometimes I used to call her Boozy Booty. Boozy Beauty. Love them. Kent Chronicle. So they're up there. I love them. I love John. I love Kent Chronicle. I love LTL. I love Calling All Beings. And my number one, the number one show that I watch the most and I get the most from, like in terms of spirit and just, and I'm so happy that we become more than friends. Like this year, we became more than friends. We became, it's, who's the number one show? Who do you think my number one show this year is? I want to ask the chat. Who haven't I mentioned yet? Who do I ride with right now? No disclaimer on it. JFK. So I am so thankful for every single person I just mentioned. Those are the ones that I am all in on for 2026. Besides, obviously, Howie Carr and the Grace Curley Show and Kathy Carr. It's funny too because people thought they could bully Howie Carr about me, and it's like the funniest thing. I look at it like you guys are actually trying to bully Howie Carr, and Howie Carr stood up to Whitey Bulger. Like Like that's the funniest shit that's been happening is the lack of reality about what's real and what's not. And that's why I fucking love JFK. I freaking love him so much because he is not afraid to tell the truth and bring the truth. And it's honest. It's real. He thinks about this shit. Without JFK this year, I don't know if I would have made it. I honestly don't. And I am fearless. I stand up to shit. I always have. But just I have so much love right now for all of them that I just mentioned. James Jackson, yes, I love James. So let's I want to play. This is basically there's been a lot of talk about this fundraiser. And the fundraiser, it's funny because the fundraiser there was a method to our madness. And my only regret, I guess, is I didn't talk to JFK more about it so he knew more of the details and what we were actually doing. But I think he totally gets it now. Um, but some of these bums out there trying to rewrite history, trying to change what just happened, trying to rewrite it to their own narrative. And usually I don't respond. Like they call me cryfid, they call me all this, they come after my fan. I don't respond. I don't give a shit. I don't watch it. But when you come after the group of people that just came together and selflessly gave their platforms, their money, their own money, their own platforms, their own time to come together with no egos and do what was right, not for their platforms, not for themselves, but what was right for Karen friggin' Reed. And you attack them and you come at them with a bunch of bullshit, well, it's going to be called out. And it doesn't necessarily have to be me. That's what I like about this. There's somebody out there called JFK Showoff, and he might go off on you. And he's always watching, and he's about accountability. And he might not even speak on it tonight or tomorrow, but trust me, he's watching, and he's keeping records. And the stuff you say, even in those little private, you little coward. Oh, I talk shit in private with my members only so no one else can see it. It's all being recorded. It's all going to be exposed. And not just JFK, there's a bunch of people on Twitter, on Reddit, on Facebook, on YouTube. Everybody's watching. And JFK went through some of the bullshit from one of the main losers. He's just a loser. He's a complete clown, a clown show, a guy that can't be honest, a guy that's selfish. He thinks everybody else is selfish. That's what he came at us with. Us YouTubers who came together. He came at us with his selfish bullshit. And JFK exposed it. And I'm going to replay it because I enjoyed watching it today. As much I didn't watch it all. I was walking dogs, doing shopping. I'm catching bits and pieces of it. And I was just eating it up. I was just fucking eating it up. And I also realized that there was a few things I wanted to add to it. Because sometimes JFK doesn't have all the information. I just want to make sure that everything is factual and on point. And I think JFK did a phenomenal job. And I enjoyed it so much. So I said, why not just replay it, the best part that I liked, and we'll just go over it together. You can watch it with me. And so that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to do what the grifter, what the drifter does. We're going to review video. And instead of having me have to watch that idiot show, we're going to do it on the JFK channel, which I like. We'll give him the view, the like. And the big thing right now is in the pinned at the chat, JFK channel. If you're not subscribed to him, please subscribe to him right now. That's the thing, Mike. I ain't crying. It seems like you're crying over here, Mike Bauer. That's the thing, Mike. I haven't been crying once. I enjoyed all of this. It made me feel like, geez, I must be so important. They had to come up with a nickname. I must be so tough. They had to call me Cryfit. I must be so imposing with my wrestling skills, which I am. They had to come up with a nickname. And it didn't work because the real ones who have met me and know me know what I'm about. People who grew up with me know what I'm about. I am hardly soft, but I have compassion. I'm more likely to cry for other people than cry for myself. Especially me. What do I have to cry about? I survived cancer. I'm doing great. I'm thriving. Both my businesses are kicking ass. I have more media credibility than I've ever had before in my life. I have more followers than I've ever had. What would I be crying about, Mike? The only negative I have is one lawsuit against me. That's bullshit. That's it. I go through my category every day what I have to be thankful about. The list is too long. I feel like I'm bragging when I talk about it. So what am I crying about, Mike? And I do work that I love. I love doing the dogs, helping people, and I love doing the show and helping people. I love that we were able to help Karen Reed this week. And I love what we're going to do next month with Karen Reed, for Karen Reed. And I love the people I'm working with that you think I'm crying because I'm buddies with JFK right now? I am happy as fuck. No crying. This is more like celebrating. This is more like laughing at you fools. And I do look handsome. I got for the like I didn't get that before. I got women telling me I'm handsome. What the fuck? And I'm making money, Mike again. My 30s, I was making money, Mike, in my 30s. I was rich, young. Then I lost it all in my 40s. Lost everything. When they laugh at Just Machado about the repo, I don't laugh at that because it shit happened to me. And then it took me over 10 years to come back. And even without the show, I was still making money, Mike. Like I came back even before the show blew up. That's why I was kind of thinking I was going to give up the show because it's like I'm making too much money doing this business. Why am I care about the show stuff? So I am like the only thing that can ruin my spirits is losing somebody I love or health issues. That's it. Like anything else is, yeah, I'm like flying fucking high. I'm looking forward to the future. I love the relationships that I have. Some of them I name, some of them I don't name. Yeah. And I'm not an actor. Like I don't you guys know when you can feel it in me because I don't know how to act. I'm not an actor. I've tried acting. They've cast me in a few things. The only thing I actually was anyway good at was just basically playing myself. That's what I do on the show. Like I'm not a drama kid. I'm not a theater kid. I'm not a musician. I love them. I love drama kids and musicians. I'm in awe of them. I was always the guy that loved them and could support them by making money, by booking them and promoting them and working with them. Keeping the fan perspective, the vision of what they wanted to do in mind, putting them first. That's why I was so valuable kind of in the music community when I was around because most people take advantage of musicians and bands. There's not too many people that you see make, especially on this level, the smaller level. Yeah, thank you, Renee. She says, F the haters, no Grinches on Christmas. Love all of you. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to all of you. Like, how many of you here today? I got 260 people. Yes. Last minute stream. I am so freaking happy about that. Like, you guys are Christmas shop. You got all this other shit to do. Here's another one. You're a weasel. You're hiding. No, I'm not hiding behind anybody. There's no one you can hide behind in this, bro. You know, you people check. That's your name. I'd like to see your real name. I'd like to see how brave you are. I bet you'd cry if you got one tweet back with your real name. I bet you wouldn't last a day taking an onslaught from Turtle Boy. I bet you'd be running to the police real quick. Like, there's no hiding in this, bro. Yes, we'll talk about that. Kelsey was denied today, but there's a hearing tomorrow at 2 p.m. I was the first to report that, actually. 2 p.m., Salem Superior Court, there's a hearing. They're going to try to go back to the judge and revise the bail conditions. She may actually get out tomorrow. We'll see. I'm gonna try to be there. 2 p.m. tomorrow, Salem Superior Court. She was denied by the SJC, but now they're going to take it back to the judge because the judge just basically said earlier, if you can't breathe into this tube, then I'm going to remand you. Well, they're going to come back tomorrow, from what I'm reading into this. They're going to say she can breathe into the tube now, so let's let her out, and we'll see what the judge does. Hopefully, the judge has a heart and lets her out tomorrow. Imagine how amazing that would be. Let's keep the prayers going for her tomorrow. I know her dad's going to be there tomorrow. I'm sure all the family will be there. I know the dad definitely is going to be there. Well, I don't want to raise people's hopes because sometimes you know how these judges work. Oh, I'm gonna review it. I'm gonna decide after Christmas. Like they don't. This judge probably doesn't give two shits, honestly. But we'll see. We'll see if there's any compassion from this judge tomorrow. It should be simple, right? Anyone who can get out to the courthouse tomorrow to support Kelsey, please do so. 2 o'clock. We are purple, so the family knows you're out there to support. Free Kelsey now. Tomorrow, 2 p.m., Salem Superior Court, Salem, Mass. If you want to show up and support Kelsey. All right, let's play this video. I fucking love this video. This is just JFK is so good at this shit. It's not like it's so funny when they say I hide behind JFK. No, I don't hide behind him. What I do is I'm in awe of his skills. He is so good on the mic and so good at cutting through the truth. This is it. This is life. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Go ahead and have a ball, little Miss Red Velvet OG. Happy birthday, girl. And Merry Christmas. You guys are awesome. So, Karen was on. Karen, she talked. And there was a guy, a piece of shit. A real piece.
I was gonna say, sorry, I'm muted. I say JFK is top tier. Not only that, he is number one in my book for Free Karen Reid. Number one. Number one. Who's better? Who is better right now? Sorry, I was muted.
Piece of shit, the clown, Will Henry.
You are a clown, a clown.
Will Henry, you're the biggest clown on the planet.
You are a clown, a clown.
Because I was having Jen get the baby blankets.
Clown.
Because I was having
You-
Jen get the baby blanket.
Someone should hook you up with Kerry. You and Kerry should be girlfriend and boyfriend, Will Henry. See, Will Henry did a live, right, recently talking about what happened to my community. Well, let me
So funny because someone brought up that him and Olivia now. I agree. I think him and Kerry, the Galera and Kerry. That would be a good match made in heaven. That would be. We're doing matchmaking too now. The perfect match.
tell you something. You guys talked about the vision, and I'm not saying you guys, long game is no. The casuals, the long game is know the deal. The casuals, the ones that are confused, should I say. And there's some good people who are confused. Let's be clear. There's some good people who are confused. But there's a lot of people that are lost because their moral compass is messed up and they believe the lies Will Henry spreads. What happened to my community was one of his lives. And in that live, he said, you know, that fundraiser is not going to raise any money because they know, this community knows it's wrong. It's a money grab. They're doing it for the wrong reasons. This community's divided. Well, Karen Reed raised $20,000 and tuberculosis raised $25,000. 50,000, whatever, I don't know exactly. We'll just average it out, say 50,000, right? Or 40,000, whatever how you.
So I want to say one thing about this too is one side want to make it a competition about who wears what. The side that came together to support Karen Reed, we didn't keep track. Like we know that over 20,000 came in on her official fund, but there's also a Venmo and a PayPal that we directed people to send money to. There's also super chat money that is outstanding that's going to be paid off from DJ. Brian and LTL and myself gave well above what we made on the shows on the super chats already, especially Brian. Brian like 10 times what he did as a donation, went way over and above. And so for us, there's no competition. It's more about cooperation and support of Karen Reed. That was our goal. And the raising the money was amazing. Like the community coming together. We don't have a final toll because we're not going to even ask Karen about the Venmo or the PayPal. We're not looking to say, oh, we raised this. And I want to say, what you're going to hear from Will the Flailer is a bunch of revisionist history. He gets up on his stream before the Karen Reed fundraiser and says, nobody but LTL Media raised money for Karen. That's an out and out lie. Because I was probably the first one to do the fundraisers for Karen Reed. I probably did 10, 15 fundraisers for Karen Reed before the Glare did his big event. Which, by the way, felt like a co-op of what we were doing. But we didn't cry. We didn't complain. We didn't say, hey, Glare, why are you streaming this on your channel and not letting other people get a whack at it? We didn't do any of that. But that's what this guy is doing. And he's pretending people, let's be serious too about the who actually raise money with their YouTube shows. Because I give credit even with people that I don't necessarily like right now. The shows that were doing the fundraising for Karen Reed, Young Jerks, LTL Media, Mazza Media, Auntie Deb, Nurse Kim, Calling All Beings. Those were the shows that I saw fundraising for Karen Reed before Glera decided to do his big event. So let's be clear. This dude is a bullshit artist, the Glera. He lies to his audience still to this day. And he doesn't think we're going to find out or know about it because he hides it behind members only because he's a fucking coward. He's a coward. You can replay that on your show, Will, because I don't put it members only. I'll say it right out loud.
You want to average less or more, I don't know. But the point is, a lot of money was raised for both. So you tell me where the community's divided. You tell me where the community's divided. it shows me that the community's intact. It shows me that people know who's who. Problem is, that's not good for you, buddy. That's not good for you because your narrative and the power you think you have of stopping people and talking shit about people and stunning their growth on YouTube and all these different things you think you had, it proved the other night you don't have that power, do you? You fucking clown.
That's the truth. And that's the damn truth. And you don't have that power in Massachusetts, dude. You don't have that pull on the street. Even when you guys were coming at me every night with the 3-hour streams, every fucking night, all of you, I'm still walking dogs in my town. I'm still out there seeing people, talking to people. The only thing I'm hearing every once in a while is F Turtle Boy. That's what I'm hearing from people. So in the streets, you ain't got no pull here. And I don't even think you have that much pull on the YouTube streets. And it's going to just get less and less and less for you now because your game's been exposed. And every time you go up and talk shit about all of us, it proves it. So keep talking shit. Every time you talk shit, it's a win for us now. Because we're actually doing work here. And this is going to be like the one time I'm going to address you. And the reason why I'm addressing you is because it's Christmas and I enjoyed the fuck out of this from JFK. And because you attacked the people who came together, the people who are going to continue to do shows. And what you don't realize, Will, the Galera, is that DJ, LTL, and myself, who are working heavily on this to bring this thing together, we had a conversation about who would host it. And DJ wanted Ryan or LTL or JFK to host it. Brian and myself felt that all three of us were too much of a lightning rod, that people would just focus on that. And we chose DJ from Calling All Beings. And DJ, this is why I love DJ. This is why I love Brian from LTL too. Because all three of us, all we were thinking about is what is best for Karen in this event. And DJ kept trying to push it back to LTL or me, especially me. He kept saying, Mike, you need to be the platform. You need to do this. You can do this. And in the end, after like 2 or 3 calls, DJ got it that he was hosting it, that we were going to have him host it. That's how selfless all of us are in this. Not about us or our platforms. And it was decided right from the beginning that we would stream it on all the channels because we wanted to maximize the reach. We all have different audiences. And the next one, I'm hosting. And we've got some special guests in January coming up. And we will again stream it on all the channels. And the one after that is going to be LTL Media. And the one after that, we're going to try to talk JFK into doing his music one, if he will. He's got a lot on his plate. But that's what this is. This is a group effort. Nobody is trying to get anything on anybody else. And that's why I'm going live today, because I don't want to let it stand over Christmas. The attacks of something that was so fucking beautiful, that was so community oriented, that was so selfless. And DJ rose to the challenge. DJ, that show was amazing. My girlfriend, who is the biggest media critic around, she was like, that show. And she always has something to say about my show. She always has something to say that I did wrong. She was just like, Karen finally spoke the truth. What we all know, but a lot of people didn't get to see it. And she was around people who loved her and supported her. So again, we're gonna, like I said, JFK's pinned in the chat right now. I hope everyone subscribes to him if you haven't. I'm also gonna put Karen's fundraiser. We broke 31,000 on the fundraiser. Let's try to get more tonight. I'm gonna pin that up too. So let's continue to JFK. Shout out to JFK. My number one show this year for Free Karen Reed, JFK.
You don't have any power. The community's fine. It's you who's not fine with the community being fine. It's you who's not fine with people having an opinion or people who don't don't believe your bullshit. It's you who's not fine with that. So what happened to the community? No, what happened to you, motherfucker? What happened to you? Matter of fact, what happened to you's been happening. You're just a drifter. Fuck being a grifter. You're a drifter. You're lost. Your moral compass is confused. And then you try to clean it up, didn't you? You try to clean it up. Bring that shit up. Let me hear his voice, man. I remember that live. Let me find that fucking live. Let me bring the receipt of what a clown you are. What a clown you really are, man. Of how much of a clown you really, really are. What is happening to my community?
His community. We
You waste your time. You really put a narrative out there before this even started. Before
I'm laughing at OB. OB wants to auction off baby James Jackson. We may be auctioning off some things. That's funny you mentioned that. There's going to be a lot happening in January. I don't know about James. I don't know if he wants to get auctioned off. I don't know. We'll see, OB. But we are going to be auctioning some things off. Yeah, maybe we should auction off some Air Force Ones. I'll buy those. Let's auction those off. That would be hilarious. Same color, right? Oh my god. I'm like stomping my feet right now. Oh my god.
before the fundraiser on Friday night, you put a narrative out there. You tried to make a video and try to steer people into not supporting it. That's what you try to do. And you're still talking shit about it now. And I talked about that on one of my members only video. So it begins. You're still downplaying it. You're saying that people using that content to make money off of. So what? If that's the case, so what? They still did their job. Two things could be true. They could fundraise money and still try to make money. Then you said some things about super chats. Listen, your boy who just did the foundation for Turtle Boy, the fat guy, excuse me, don't fat shame. Oh, excuse me, the chubby guy, the overweight guy, the guy that looks like he eats too many honey buns. He thinks he's a comedian there, whatever his fucking name is, right? Don't say fat, JFK. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call him fat, but whatever. The overweight dude.
Some dude in the chat shit talking James. I think the reason why he's so upset is he realizes that his girlfriend or his wife and his mom would want to win that date with James. That's it. Oh man, I get it.
Who John Goodman. What's his name, man? Even John Goodman got skinny, man. I mean, I'm just saying, bro. He's got a lot of nerve talking shit about people, and he looks like he can't control his honey bun habit, and his Susie Q's. He wakes up in the morning and eats fucking chocolate chip cookies, But that's another story, Guys like that, just quirky cats who think they're intelligent, and especially being from a whole other country. And I say that with all due respect, but just saying they're not grifting, but using Kelsey Fitzsimmons and Karen Reed and fundraisers as a way to grow their channel. They think that's the plan.
Oh my god,
cool.
you guys are funny. That'd be too weird. I love Dennis. Dennis says auction off Mike's whole wallet. I did. I showed my old wallet the other day. Oh my god, that is so funny. Would anyone want that thing? Seriously, I don't think you want it. That's pretty gross. My old wallet. Oh my god.
You're getting people in the chat and whatever, and you got some more subscribers, but okay. I mean, all right, but as quick as you get them is as quick as you lose them. I mean, that's part of the game. You gain 100 subscribers, you lose 20 subscribers. I mean, that's how it goes. I don't understand like these people, but the point is, he had his super chats on.
Wait. Where did I say this? Angie, where did I say this? She goes, please stop acting like you, LTL, and the rest of the people on that panel are the only ones who support Karen. Why do all Karen Reed supporters have to think the way you do? Number one, obviously, that's incorrect, and I would never say something so silly. So I don't know why you come up with that. I'm kind of questioning your intelligence. Number one, honestly, Angie, because obviously there's a lot more people than just on the panel. Because you see all the money raised that we're talking about, all the people who watched it, all the people who sent us comments, and we obviously know that. Number one. So I don't know how you come up with that false statement. Number one, and then you say, why do all Karen Reed supporters have to think the way? I never said they do. I never ever said. I have never claimed to be the Karen Reed leader. I have actually said no fucking leaders. That's where I am. Karen Reed leads for herself. That's the thing. Like, I'm not the leader. Karen's her own leader. That's what I like about Karen. She's not looking for a leader. She's not looking for one of us to be the head. She's not, that's not Karen. So I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I'm speaking for myself and the way I feel. That's all I said. I said my opinion, number one show, JFK, because that's what I like. That's what I watch. Just like when I did my stock picking show, I said, what am I buying? I didn't say this is the number one stock in the world, because that's not how I operate. I don't make claims like that. If you've ever watched me, you know I don't do that kind of shit. I don't tell people who to like, who to follow. I say who I like. I might say you should hit them up and give them a like if you like them, follow them here. But I don't give orders is what I'm saying. You don't see any, if you like me and you like them, you can't like me. I don't do that game. I don't do any of that bullshit. I don't play games. I don't tell people, I don't give orders. Never have. I don't like giving orders. I don't like taking orders. I used to, the first band I managed, the hardcore band, they weren't even hardcore, but they were, what do they call them? Industrial sludge, whatever they were. They had a song called Ask for Nothing. And it was kind of their anti-anthem. And it's kind of how Boston is. It's kind of how Massachusetts is. I ask for nothing, and I expect the same. Do you get that? We all stand on our own. When we come together, it's through friendship, loyalty, respect, camaraderie, wanting to do something together. But ask for nothing, expect the same. That's kind of what I live by. I don't ask people for shit. I don't ask for favors. JFK the other night on his show, unfortunately I couldn't make the hip hop show he had. But he was like, you come in with us, you get backstage. He did that because of, he loves me. But if I showed up for that show, I wouldn't expect it to get in for free. And in fact, I would have actually demanded that I buy a ticket because I want to support those artists. That's where I come from. Buy a ticket. I pay my way into the show. I'm not saying I've never taken a backstage pass. I'm not saying I've never taken a free ticket. But 99.99% of the time, especially when I have the money to pay for a ticket, I'm buying a ticket to support the show, the artist. That's where I come from. Will, I don't think understands that. I don't think he understands the way that we live here. JFK does.
He did fundraisers for Kelsey. He did fundraisers for, you even went on his show and he had his super chats on, and you had the nerve to say they all had their super chats on. If you were just trying to raise money, you would have turn your super chats off. Who says you saying that?
Yeah, why is he saying that when we took all of our super chat money and gave it to Karen? And then some. LTL made $100 on less than $100. He showed you the receipt. It was less than $80 or some shit like that. And then he gave Karen 1,000. I gave Karen 500. 50 before the fundraiser, 150 during the fundraiser, 300 the next day or 2 days after the fundraiser. I didn't make $500 on that show doing super chats and ads or YouTube Premium. Not even close. Like, and I'll continue to give. And we actually talked about it the next day because we got some pushback on it, like we always do. Do we keep super chats on for the next show, for the next fundraiser for Karen? And we all decided, yeah, we will. And like I don't promote that shit. I'd rather not people do the super chat because I have to pay taxes on it. I'd rather people just give direct to Karen. But I understand some people like to do that. But the bottom line is I just want to raise as much money for Karen as we can through these shows, these streams. And I'm going to throw in what I make on them. And I know that the other ones will do the same. I mean, so why shouldn't we try to raise as much as possible? And what they said couldn't happen, happened the other night. And it's going to continue to happen.
How about when you do petty streams about me, man? And you do petty streams about James Jackson, and everybody knows you're going to get petty and you're going to talk shit, and they're there for the drama because we all know drama sells. Clown.
Right? That's all he does. That's all the Glare does is the drama streams. He's got low-level, low IQ people who like drama. They like the TMZ shit, but he offers nothing. And if you're someone who's in his petty streams, if you're subscribing and paying to this guy so he can shit on people and members only, how pathetic are you? And I'm being straight up. Like, how pathetic are you? This guy does nothing. He gives back nothing. His whole thing is, I did a fundraiser for Karen after 6 or 7 other YouTubers did about 100 of them. Then he had to one-up us. That's what the Glare did. And the reason why the Glare got so mad at LTL and me, let's be serious. Let's tell the truth on the Glare. Because when we started, prior to Free Karen Reed, the Glare had more subs than LTL and myself. And somewhere along the line, when LTL and myself were going out and finding the best guest in the world to talk about Karen Reed, ex-law enforcement, FBI, Mass State Police, criminal defense attorneys, politicians, community members, people from Canton, people running for office. And we started getting traction. And it was a serious, educated presentation that even got the interest of major Boston media looking at it. He got jealous. And when our subs went up and they passed the Glare, if people don't know, has been trying to get to 50,000 subs for over a year now. Brian and I jumped over him. We hit over 50,000 subs. He got very upset, very jealous of us. And that's when this shit started with Ryan from LTL and myself. And that motherfucker made it like LTL was always starting before everyone. That was Will. Every time I announced a 6 o'clock show, he would start at 5:45. Every fucking night. And all the shit that the Glare talks about, how he would do things. Because he's a selfish prick. He has never worked with anyone in the community where a bunch of YouTubers come together and say, we're going to do this for the best for Karen and the best for all of us together.
Right? Do you turn your super chats off? If you was actually trying to be a martyr for the community and you were really trying to prove a point and you wasn't trying to make money off the drama, you would have turned your super chats off and said, every time I do a petty stream, because it's coming from the heart, this is what I believe. Please don't watch JFK. Please don't watch James Jackson. They're bad people. Look,
Yeah, why doesn't he turn his super chats on when he tries to monetize my face? Call me Cryford. He says that from Tennessee. He acts like the big tough guy. I'm guaranteeing he's got 20 or 30 pounds on me at least. I'd say I'd knock him out in 2 seconds. And that's a fact. And I'm not looking to fight anyone. I'm an old guy. I don't want to get in fights. But I'm just being serious. Like, he acts all tough guy. He is not tough. He's the biggest coward around. Why don't you take your monetization off, Galera,
look, I turn my
when
super
you're all about the community?
chats off. No, you don't do that. You keep your super chats on because you're looking to make money. So what are you talking about? Who are you to make the rules? Who says? I don't get you, Will Henry. It's not what happened to the community. It's what happened to you. The community's fine. You know, honestly, that I think it was going to do as good as it did. I'll be
You know what? The community now is strong. No thanks to Will the Galera.
honest with you. I didn't think that she was going to raise $20,000. I didn't think she was going to raise that much. I'm going to be real with you.
I did. I knew it. I knew it was going to be big. Funny, because we were talking about doing some other stuff, and I told the main crew, I said, we don't need it. We're going to blow this fucking thing up. You watch. And we fucking did. We fucking did it. And it's going to continue. It's just going to get bigger from here. Wait till the next one. Wait till the next one in January. The next couple, actually, in January. There's going to be an event, too, probably, that you all should show up to. We'll talk about that in a few weeks, I think.
You know, and all props due to everybody that was involved. I wish, you know, I told you guys on the stream, so it begin. I didn't think I was going to really partake in it like that. You know, I actually popped my head in there before my show on Friday night because I was with James Jackson and Karen was on. I didn't know Karen was coming on. And I said that. I said in that stream, so it begins. I said, if Karen's going to be on, why not advertise it? I think that was like that rollout plan was kind of suspect. I think they should have just said Karen was going to be on, right? I don't know what the secret is. Like, what are we doing here? Why are we?
I would say this. I don't know all the details. But when I heard that we weren't going to talk about Karen being on the show, even though I knew she was coming on the show, I felt like it was smart for a couple reasons. Because God forbid, knowing all this fucking heightened scrutiny and Karen, this narrative that they've planted that Karen isn't grateful. Imagine if we promoted it, and let's say Karen got sick that day. Let's say something happened to Karen's family. Let's say Karen had to cancel. Maybe she lost power. Like, something could have happened. Maybe she wouldn't have shown for whatever reason, right? Last minute. Maybe she had an MS flare up. Like, you never know on this stuff. So I think it was better as a surprise, honestly. And I think it was just more protecting Karen so that there's no expectations. That's what I like. I like having less expectations, over delivering. And that's kind of our model going forward too on these events. We will announce a lot, but we might hold some special guests back. Keep you guessing. Yeah. And that way you have to tune in now. Now, when we do our next big one, you don't know who's going to show up. So I think it's actually marketing genius, and I think it's also good just due to the fact we wanted to protect Karen. And that's what it was all about, is we wanted to protect Karen as much as possible. And knowing that there's no stress on Karen. That's the other thing, is when you're promoted heavily on a flyer, there's expectations. You start stressing out over it. Where it's not promoted and Karen just might pop up, there's less stress on her, right? So that's why I liked it. That's why I was like, I'm not telling anybody. So I liked it. That's I believe the reasoning. I don't know because I didn't ask why, but that's the way I felt. I felt like it was a smart move actually, based on all those things. We didn't want to stress Karen out.
Always got to have secrets and like, whatever. But that's not me not liking these people. I just don't understand why are we doing that at this point. Like, I think that would have been
Want to fight Kevin
cool because
Kev.
then it would have changed the direction of it. I don't know. At least my mindset of it because I didn't know what to expect.
I mean, do you have a crush on Kevin Kev? Do you have a little crush on him? Is that you want to fight him? I think he might be trained. I don't know. You might be in trouble. I'll tell you one. You don't want to mess with JFK's buddy Brad. Brad is a boxer. Like you don't. There's a few dudes. Kevin Kev, I wouldn't fuck with him either. I really would. He's from Lynn. You don't. My advice from anybody. I know a lot of you aren't from Massachusetts. Don't fuck with anyone from Lynn. I know the Glares never step foot in Lynn, but that was where you made a mistake. You fucked with people from Lynn, dude. Just from go, dude. You got to know what you're fucking with, and you don't know.
Now, if Karen was coming on, it would have been more understanding. And as far as like, okay, you know, we're trying to aim big. I didn't know that she was coming on. No one told me. So I didn't know where the conversation was going to be. And on top of that, we do know that, you know, we're the ones that went hard for the wiretap. We're the ones that got the Higgins phone call. Me and James Jackson been getting attacked by everybody. So I kind of didn't want to bring that drama to a fundraiser. And I didn't know if it was going to go in that direction. Now, if they would have told me that Karen was going to be on there and that we were leveling up, so to speak, maybe I would have said, okay, now I see the direction. But at that time, it was just like, oh, you know, this might happen. And this, you know, hey, it's like, oh,
This is my bad. I probably should have talked to JFK more. I thought he understood. Actually, I had mentioned to James a few things like a day before too, but I should have probably talked to JFK a little more about the whole fundraiser thing.
okay, well, I don't play guessing games, you know, and I don't want to create drama, you know, just for the sake of creating it, because it's just way too much of it, you know. It's just, and it's no matter what, that's what it's going to be, because anytime you talk about Karen Reed, like I said on the video, so it begins, anytime you speak on Karen Reed's behalf, you're going to get attacked. That's where we're at right now. That's the way it goes. But it doesn't matter. And I hope that's a lesson to you people. And I learned something. It doesn't matter. You could talk about Karen. Two things are true. If you are on the side of Karen Reed, you will be attacked. People will talk shit, will say she's ungrateful, will say this, will say all these crazy things, right? Call you hood boogers, still attack you for sure. But
while you cry, Fid,
one thing's for sure is the job's still getting done. The fundraiser still was a success. People still believe in her innocence, and people still want to support her. So the haters, your hating is not doing anything.
this is what I had to play this about, because this is why Friday night was so fucking important and why it was so big. Is we prove their narrative was wrong. I just saw someone come up today. They still cry. They're still up there crying in my. They're like, "This is why Karen isn't having success." And I was like, "This looks like a success to me, bro." Like that event was very fucking successful. The narrative is gone. You can talk all the shit you want about Karen. We still support her. And we don't need some of you. I mean, it's nice. Some of the people who are, like JFK said, they don't know any better. They're middle of the road. They haven't figured it out yet. But some of you just real haters, nobody gives a fuck what you say. You have no sway. We raised over 20 grand. And next time, I think it might even be more.
All the hate and all the shit you guys talk did not make her money, not make her fundraiser not successful. It still was successful. So what are we talking about? And
the quality of the guest and the quality of the show and the love in the show and the positivity in the show. So funny because they came into this and said, you're just going to talk shit about these people. There was no shit talking on that show. There was none. It was all positive. All positive. And that was also for a reason.
When it was came time for tuberculosis, his was successful too. So that shows strength, because when it comes down to do the work and it comes down to step up and it comes down to look at the bigger picture, the community or whatever you want to call it, this thing of ours, this thing that we're all a part of came through. So that should give some people a peace of mind before you keep running your mouth and drawing narratives thinking that it's doing anything. It's doing nothing, but it's showing showing people's true colors, what they're trying to do. And it's not what happened to the community. It's like, what happened to you? Why do you want it to be that way? You keep talking it into existence. Why do you want things to be divided? If anything, it proved that we're not divided at all. We just are who we are, player. Karen Reed asked you for help, Will Henry, and you turned your back. You picked a side. This man, tuberculosis, tried to hurt her. That's what he did. When he was going to do it, I don't know. When he was going to weaponize it with that recording and hold her underneath his thumb.
Will Henry is the glarer. Will Henry is the glarer. Someone said, who's he talking about? It's Will Henry, who was talking all kinds of mad shit about the fundraiser the day before and the day after.
And make her look crazy. He was going to do it sooner or later. It was going to happen. And you took his side. Period, point blank, end of the story. Now you're in a position where you picked a side. You done ran your mouth so much you can't even support a Karen Reed fundraiser. You come to the point that every time you talk about Karen, you have to talk about it in a negative light. But I'm just here to tell you, it doesn't matter what you say, man. But I think that you really believed it did. I think your punk ass believed it did. You really.
Yeah, that's what was so beautiful about the fundraiser too. This is the other part that JFK is going to get into. These guys are such clowns. They replay everyone's videos all the time, right? The one video they won't play. The one video they won't play is actually Karen speaking now. Because it just destroys their narrative. She absolutely annihilated them on so many levels. On the Brian LTL level. On the fact that she is very thankful. On the fact that she is very strong. But at the same time, she is friggin' frightened of that DA office and what they might do to her. They won't play that. They won't play that video. I saw one of the shows, one of the big shows, I'm not even going to name them, a little more of a comedian show, who was a little more supportive of TB. They played some of the clips, and some of it seemed like they got it, and then some of it was like, dude, you're acting funky. You're not actually, you don't even mention it's a fundraiser. Like, I mean, that's the thing. That other side is kind of stuck. They're kind of stuck. Because the reality is way over here. And when it's Karen Reed, people are going to watch it. So you can't lie. You can't lie. Too many people saw the truth. And they're going to continue to see it.
Really thought that you were powerful. You really thought like your word mattered. Like you were fucking people's hustles up.
That's the thing. Do you imagine the hubris, the ego, to think that you were going to cancel all of us, Will, from Tennessee? You really thought you would cancel us, even with your buddy behind you. Like, dude, you thought you could cancel Karen fucking Reed, too. What kind of egomaniac, dude, are you? Who really hasn't done shit with his life? Like, let's be serious.
Or like...
Your most exciting stories are about arrest. Let's be... Like, Will... Like, but beyond the pizza shop, like the things that you can talk about in your life that are the most exciting are about your arrest. Right, Will? Like, you haven't played sold out shows. You haven't collaborated with major artists. You haven't booked shows. You haven't done anything that's like that, right? But you thought you could cancel Karen Reed.
Hating Karen Reed, man, you ain't shit, bro. Like, you're worse off than everybody. You know why? Because you ain't even from Massachusetts.
Ain't even from here.
Nobody gives a fuck about you, man, when it comes down. Like who are you? You're the...
He doesn't even know where fucking Haverhill is. He's never been to Lawrence. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this dude, he doesn't know anything. He doesn't even know what station Howie Carr's on. Like...
Drifter. You're Will Henry. You make pizzas. Nobody cares, man. And you're still gonna scream and stream. Free Karen Reed. I don't think she's guilty, but this, but that. No, at the end of the day, you picked a side. You picked a side that was wrong. Period.
Will is anti Karen Reed. Let's just put that out there. He is AKR. If you fuck with him, you are AKR.
Your man was in the wrong, and you was in the wrong by buddying up because you're afraid a blog might get written on you. Does that mean you have to go against them? Does that mean that you have to put them down? No, you didn't have to, but you could have spoke to your man like a friend. You guys say you were friends. You guys could have did some manly shit, but you didn't. You guys went out like cowards. Look at all the shit that was said. I mean, there was so many things said. So much things has happened. And now you guys want to stop the drama. And these fundraisers, they're going to continue. And there's going to be more drama behind them, right? But it's funny. You guys try to pull the drama move that night. You guys try to do a fundraiser the night of Karen Reed. The night of it, you try to do it. But there was 2 people that were missing in your fundraiser. There's an aunt they called Deb. I don't know. I didn't see her. I know there's a nurse they call Kim. I didn't see her. I don't know what that's all about. I seen these bland people. I don't even know who these people are. Just bland.
Bland.
I mean, shit. I mean, I didn't see anybody really special.
I'm not gonna bag on every single person that went on that show that night, but it was fucking bland. The lineup was bland. How come the second and third and the 6-string shows had a better lineup than the supposed first string show? That says it all. Our lineup was better. That show was bland. No spice. Nothing exciting. Who were the surprise guests? Who was the surprise? I was expecting like at least they didn't. I don't even think they could get Ray from Dallas, or is he embarrassed of Ray from Dallas? Oh, Rita went on there? Are you shitting me? Don't tell, because I didn't believe that Rita went on there. Did Rita actually go on his show? I'd be surprised by that. I've heard that a few times, but I didn't see it. I didn't watch it. I don't think that was Rita. Unless I'm going to ask Rita now, because people have been saying that to me. Did she actually go on there? They just watched old videos of himself. I mean, really. I mean, that's the difference, right? All right, let's go.
On your fundraiser, like special guest. I didn't see anybody that made me say, wow, this is cool. It was kind of bland. And I'm not saying that their fundraiser was better than your fundraiser, but Karen Reed was on their fundraiser.
Yeah, I think Rita was on there. I have to see it. I think you guys are mixing up Dina and Rita. They're both locals. I think the some of the folks from out of town don't know the difference. Dina is not Rita. Dina was on there. Rita, I do not believe Rita was on there. And the reason why I say that is because I've invited Rita on recently. And I think if Rita's going to go on any show, it's going to be mine. Like we are, because we've done shit together. And Rita right now, she gave it her all for a long time. And she missed a lot of things with her family, and she lost a family member this year. So she's spending the holidays with what remains of her family. And so that's why I didn't believe it would be Rita. And it wasn't Rita. No, it was not Rita. It was Dina. It was Dina. No Rita. So even there, they couldn't even get the top like we had the best locals. I'm sorry, Dina. I'm not trying to bag on you. I love Dina. I like Dina. But we had the Sweeneys. You know, we had Boston Brandy. They're legends, you know? And if Rita was going to go on, I think Rita would have joined me on my show. Like, honestly. But let's continue.
So that was the win-win for them. Let's face it, anytime Karen comes on, it's a win-win. It's good for business. That's crazy, huh? Tuberculosis. If you would have just shut your fucking mouth, think about what you and Karen could be doing right now. You know, Karen did say on the fundraiser, the reason why she's not thanking people publicly because she doesn't want to get indicted. She doesn't want them to go to a grand jury and indict her and use her word.
This is what kind of bothered me about the fundraiser, because I asked her a question about that. And then after she said it, it's like, are they going to use that against her? Like even what she said on the show with us that night. And the thing that pisses me off is she should have never had to go there. Because of these assholes, they made it about that. That's how fucked up this is.
It's her soundbite, like JFK been saying, has been saying, I have said this. They use sound bites, especially Hank Brennan went in that direction.
JFK has been 100% right on this. It's something I've known for a long time. And you know who else knows it? The Glera knows it. Turtle Boy. They know it. All those guys, they know it. We've all known it. They know it.
That's what he did. He did sound bites, right? That's what he did. And she said, I don't want to thank anybody publicly because if I do, they can use it against me and I don't want to get indicted. She was crying. Karen Reed was crying. Karen Reed is trying to get Jen McCabe's phones. She's still fighting to find out who killed John O'Keefe and to prove to the public that she didn't do this. That's all she's doing. And in the meantime, your crew, your bland ass crew, man, bland. Your buffet crew, the buffet crew, man, straight buffet, man. Underneath the lights, man, steal fucking food, man, steal.
Underneath the lights. It is a fucking stale buffet. It's like the Wendy's, that old chili, the stale bread. The bread's been sitting there since 10:30 and now it's 6 p.m.
Nasty. Nothing made from scratch. Just unoriginal, bland shit. Take it and go. Nothing special about it. Nothing like made with love. Just bland.
Some fucking porridge. Fucking, here you go. Here's some porridge.
Bland. No flavor. Talk so much shit. She got on there crying, talking about the law. And you got the nerve to say that you're the one that's facing mad time and she's not facing no time. So everybody needs to support you. And you claim you're not about the drama, but you did that fundraiser the same night as hers. And your mission was for her to not make any money and you make all the money. And it didn't work.
It didn't work. And you know what, too? It's like she talked again about the law and about what's going to happen in November 2026. That's why I am so looking forward to this next year. We are going to crush it 2026. I'm not going anywhere. And I can't wait. I'm so glad Karen brought it up. And you could see what Karen talked about. Decades it might take. And then it might never end. It probably will never end. I'm going to be there the whole time until I have my last breath. Are you? That's what I think some of you should be thinking about. Are you going to be there for Karen through this whole thing? Because I think we found out who was going to be for Karen and who's not. And who was just for themselves.
If anything, your fundraiser looked suspect. And if it was going to be a game of who had the better fundraiser or who came out on top, let's ask Barrows. Barrows, what up, man?
This is what I love about JFK. Now, he's using the whole phone call thing. Who does that? Is there an auntie that does the fake phone calls? It was so funny because I almost recorded a fake phone call from the car one day. I was like, I'm going to do my fake phone call. I'm going to parody Jimmy. And here he is. This is fucking hilarious. And he one-ups Jimmy because he fucking actually throws in the voices. JFK is so fucking good at this shit. Look at him. He's fucking mad. They make fun of him for doing it in the car, the garage. He's fucking killing it. I wish he was my producer. I wish I could afford him to produce all my shows. If I ever get really rich, I'm going to hire JFK to do my shows.
Was TB that tuberculosis guy?
I don't think I'll ever be able to afford him.
Was his fundraiser better? I mean, did he win that fundraiser? Tuberculosis?
Absolutely not.
Thank you, Barrows. We could always count on you.
Barrows always tells the truth. I love Barrows. Thank you for. I can't believe JFK actually got Barrows on the phone and the glera is a topic of tuberculosis. He knows all about him too. He's been following. That's wild. JFK with another exclusive. Got Barrows on the phone to comment on this drama.
Maybe you should have had Barrels on your show. That would have been cool for your fundraiser.
We will get him next time, actually.
But that's if you were making it a competition, and that's what you try to do. But it didn't turn out that way.
Believe.
And it's still drama. People are still talking about it, but I'm happy it was.
And you know what I love about this too is like how many of our sayings now come from even Turtle Boy. I heard him say "God damn" yesterday. How many times are we just repeating what JFK did? Wouldn't you believe it? Wouldn't you believe it? Long gamers. God damn. It's funny. He's like, we're repeating JFK a lot. A lot of us YouTubers are now. Too many sayings. I know. Yeah. Fucking hilarious.
Success, because since it was such a success, it kind of calmed the drama down. And that's good. That's good. I initially thought it was not going to do the way it was lined up. I didn't know, first off the bat, I didn't know Karen was coming on. Okay. So I'm happy that they had a plan. So it was a success. I just didn't want people to be attacked. I didn't want to turn a good thing about, because I know behind the scenes what Karen's going through. I talked to Karen. I know Karen is all wrapped up into this. And I always said to people, you hear me all the time, how do you know Karen's good? Her mental health is good. And that's the only thing I didn't understand, why people assume that Karen Reed was like in the Bahamas on a beach, chilling. Like, you know what I mean? Like she was living this lavish lifestyle and she left everybody. That's not what it is. And I think that when you...
We're going to try to be in Salem tomorrow. We'll see. Hopefully. I'm planning on it. We'll see though.
Finally, everybody's seen it. The casuals, not my long gamers. My long gamers know what it is. But the casuals, and like I said, let me say it one more time, there is some good casuals, casual fans, ones who ain't too wrapped up into this, and they're good people. But then there's the other casuals that their moral compass is warped. And they don't even know what they're doing here. They don't know which side to be on, good or evil. And for the ones that are warped, the ones that are trying to get back on the right track, after watching Karen Reed, you were wrong. Can you admit it? Can you take accountability? You were wrong.
This is one of my favorites right here. Well, would you believe it? The way he says it. I love that. Well, would you believe it? I just fucking every time that one is like fucking my favorite. Well, would you believe it? I fucking love it. The way he says that. That is just fucking JFK, man. I got a little man crush on him. I'm not like that, but I mean, I like JFK. I'm so glad I met him. There's a guy, Mr. DL. When I see him again, I'm gonna probably give him like the biggest hug. He's gonna look at me funny, and I'm gonna be like, "You introduced me to JFK, so thank you."
Everybody was wrong. She's hurt. She's been hurt. Prior to being recorded, prior to being talked to, fucked up, she's been hurt. And all being recorded did, and all the pressure that someone was putting on her, and the drama that was being put on her, made it worse. Period. And I wasn't a big fan of the fundraiser when I heard the Meredith girl was going to be on it. I wasn't a big fan of that. You know, I mean, like, whatever. I feel that anybody who was cool with, you know, because when it came out, I mean, where were these people though when I was being attacked? The only people that had my back when I was being attacked was Mikey Crawford. You know, Nan was played neutral, which is understandable. Right? But like other people didn't say a word about it, you know? And so my point is, and that's cool. I don't expect anybody to say anything, but not even
Say a couple things on that too. Like, I'm proud that I did. I made the right choice. And the second thing is, I'll say, I don't blame anyone who didn't speak up or didn't want to get involved or didn't want to get attacked. There's a safety issue on that always, and you don't want your shit to get fucked up. I get it. But there are people who participated in it. And especially against the stuff that came at James Jackson. I don't know how you expect us to look at you after you do that shit. You know? The stuff that came at James Jackson, some of the people that just put it up there. Somebody made a t-shirt. She's supposed to be nice, but she made a t-shirt on that. Like I can't get over that. And some of you too that it's funny how they're losing so badly that now fence sitting is something to be promoted. Like that's how much they've lost the narrative. That remember when they used to accuse me of being a flip flopper, a middleman, or a fence sitter? I'm not fence sitting, but there are people right now who are fence sitting that they're promoting. That they're like, "Oh, great job fence sitting, Mr. YouTuber," and they like it. They like it in the promotion. They like it in the pat on the head. I think that's gross. I don't see how you can fence sit and post up their links. Like if you're still posting up their links and supporting and going on shows or even giving any support to that, I look at you funny. And I probably always will. Especially if you don't have some type of come to Jesus moment on this shit. And I think some of you might have that. I think you eventually might have that. I do. And I do believe God has a purpose for a lot of us. Like I've seen it over this last month. God picked DJ to host that show. We don't know why we're here, but at certain points you could feel it.
An opinion, not even they never even spoke on it, right? They kind of just never addressed the elephant in the room, and that's okay. So my point was on the live I did for the people who've seen it. It's on my members only. Become a member today, and you'll see it. It's called Let It So It Begins. Prior to the fundraiser, I spoke on this. I said, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, become a member and go watch that video. And if you do know what I'm talking about, follow me. And if you don't, I'm sorry. Become a member and learn something. Keep in mind the stream was live. Maybe you caught the stream. But if you didn't catch it, it's all members only. I said that, the people who thought that you could just be neutral in this, no, there's no being neutral. If you speak on behalf of Karen Reed, there's no being neutral. Now you're on the side of Mikey Crawford, JFK, James Jackson, period. There's that side. That's the way they were lining it up. But what that fundraiser did, whether nobody knows it or not, it just proved it doesn't even make a difference. You can put that narrative out there. You could put that narrative that there's two sides of it and there's this side and that side. It doesn't matter. And even if it was true, it doesn't matter because in the end, when business needs to be taken care of, people show up. They believe what they believe. They take the high road. They supported tuberculosis and they supported her. So I don't understand these opinions of trying to smother people or try to cancel people's channels by saying, don't watch them, don't watch them. You're just making yourself look stupid because it's not working. You guys been telling people for the last, and when I say that, the other side, you guys been telling people for the last 3 months, don't watch JFK. It's Hood Booger Radio. You've been saying that. And guess what? I've been here the whole fucking time. It didn't do absolutely nothing. You guys go on Twitter, the haters, talk hella shit. It does absolutely nothing. You talk shit about Karen Reed. You talk shit about her dad. You said she was ungrateful. You said she doesn't need money. No one's going to ever give her money. And people did.
We
And
did.
people supported her. People like Karen. So
And we're going to continue to support her. And more people are going to come out for her. More and more people are going to support her now. More people see what's actually going on. More people are not afraid.
you learn that all that shit talk that you guys keep doing is not doing anything, and maybe you'll stop, but you won't. But you won't, because you're a piece of shit. So I hope all you motherfuckers
I'm right with JFK on this one. I am.
get caught in traffic tomorrow. Oh man, I hope you get caught in so much bad traffic when you go to TJ Maxx and you go buy the knickknacks. What are you gonna buy? You're gonna buy some new razors, some like clippers for your husband. You're gonna buy your wife some I don't know, a hoodie or something. What are you gonna do? You're gonna buy something in the home goods department. And when you go to that line in TJ Maxx, I hope that line is so fucking long that it makes you so mad that you throw the pillow across the line and it hits somebody off the head and they kick you out the store. Oh, by the way, I hope when you go to Starbucks and you say, hey, can I get a grande praline? They say, nah, sir, we're all out of the praline. Then you say, can I get a cold brew? Nah, sir, we don't have no cold brew. Then you take it all the way to the lowest form and say, yo, can I get a grande blonde roast? Sorry, sir, we only got
I was just at TJ Maxx tonight before
Pike
this.
left. Then I hope you drive down the highway and you hear brum, 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 and it's not Frosty the Snowman. It's not Rudolph. It's a flat tire. I hope you get a flat tire. And then when you go to Mavis to go get it fixed, they don't have the tire for your fucking car. They don't make that tire. You got to go to the dealership. And then when you go to the dealership, I hope they charge you $1,500 fucking dollars for that one tire. That's what I hope. And I hope you burst. I hope you get so mad, so pissed off that your quirks ruin your Christmas. Your anger issues. Because you're a piece of shit. You got issues. Take accountability. Let Jesus take the wheel. Try that. Because what you think you're in control of, you got no control. It's going to be what it's going to be. I hope you learn something. Can we learn from this? Will they learn? No, they'll clip it. They'll talk shit.
Clip
JFK's
it.
talking shit again. Am I?
Yeah.
Am I? Am I really talking shit? Or am I talking the truth?
Yeah, or
It's
telling
my
the truth. Yeah. Or
Can
is
we
he
agree?
telling let's do a poll right now. This is a perfect time to stop this for 1 second. I want to know. I got to bring it up though. Hold on 1 second. Take me 1 second. I want to know if you think JFK out of poll is JFK talking shit or talking the truth. There's the poll. Let's see what you think on the poll. I know how I feel.
To disagree? I seen Santa Claus today.
What up? What up? You the Lynn Santa Claus?
Santa Claus.
I seen Santa. I hope you buy his shirt.
I love
I
Little
hope
Santa.
you buy his shirt from and found stains. What else? What else we hoping for, man? God, give me some good ones. I hope you go to Dunkin' Donuts and they don't have any donuts. But give me something good. Someone give me
I hope the coffee's hot and you burn
give
your
me some
lips.
good shit, man. Someone break something down funny,
You
man.
burn your tongue.
I know you guys got some good ones, man. No polo, no speaking facts, lots of polos in the bag. Oh man. You know, but let's watch what this guy had to say. The narrative that he drew prior to prior to um to the fundraiser. This was the narrative he was trying to spin. Good old Will Henry. There he is, Will Henry. Will Henry's back on the JFK show. What up,
Look
Will?
at look at what he's wearing too. This fucking guy.
Will,
Look
man,
at
what?
like really, dude. Like who the fuck's this guy think he is at this point? Like really, look at him with his cigarette in his mouth. You know, the funny thing about smoking, this dude can't even control himself not to smoke indoors and fucking smoke around his animals. Like everyone's like, oh, Clubber, I worry about that dog with all the smoke. Don't be a bum. Go outside. Protect your animals, dude.
What's up with that sweatshirt, bro? Is that like supposed to be? You think you're John Travolta, huh? Is that what you think you are?
Yeah,
You're
he
John
does.
Staying alive, staying about. You think you're in the Reservoir Dogs? You ain't no superstar. You never been on base camp. You never been on a movie set, bro. You wouldn't even be. You see the thing about you, buddy. Even with them cigarettes you got in your mouth, you can't even do anything, man. Like think about it. You can't even go over your family's house and enjoy the holiday because you got to go out every 5 minutes and smoke a cigarette. You're going to be outside the whole time smoking cigarettes. And what happens when you run out of cigarettes? What are you going to do? You're going to be okay about that when you run out? Is it everybody else's fault that you don't have cigarettes? Oh, wait a minute. It's everybody else's fault that you smoke. I mean, that they don't smoke and you smoke. Is that what it is, you clown? Because they don't want to smell the cigarette smoke. It's cold outside. You're bringing the cold in with that cigarette smoke, and no one wants to smell it. And you're mad at them. How dare you tell me I can't smoke? You're mad at them because they don't smoke. They want their lungs. They want to live a longer life. You're mad at them, ain't you? You quirky prick. Is that it, Will? Henry? Will Henry. Will fucking Henry, huh? Goddamn. Oh, light it up, buddy. Get busy. Oh, get it.
Wait a second.
Wait a second.
Oh, here we
got
go.
Super chats.
Absolutely did nothing to raise money for Karen Reed. The only one in that group worth of shit that did anything for Karen
Who?
was BLT.
Okay.
That's the only one.
All right.
Ginger Freckles, thank you so much.
Ginger
Keep bringing the truth and honesty and being you. You can
The honesty, you just lied. And you know this guy fucking just lied on me. And calling all beings. We did Karen Reed fundraisers. I believe I was probably the first one to start doing the Karen Reed fundraisers. I did probably 20 of them before this fucking Galera dude even did a fundraiser. Like, what are you talking about, dude? What a fucking liar. Now, LTL obviously did a lot, but he wasn't the only one. Galera just lied, just straight up lied again. And he thinks he can do this because he's behind his members only. He knows I don't watch him, that I don't pay attention to anything he says. Yeah, people remember that. Remember the stickers? I still got the stickers over here. People still asking me, Mike, you going to do another sticker fundraiser? You know how much money I spent on postage? I probably mailed out 1,000 Young Jerk stickers, handwritten the envelope, mailed them out myself to anyone who donated to Karen Reed and Aiden Carney, over and over again. How many of you received stickers after you gave a donation to Karen Reed from me? And then these douchebags take credit for the money we raised for what we were doing. Then he jumped on last minute and pretended, oh, I'm the only one raising money. What a fraud.
count on that.
Oh. What are you doing, man? What are you doing over there? Take a hit of that cigarette. Go ahead. Oh, yeah, baby. Damn,
Yeah.
dude. You blow it out your nose and everything. You're a tough guy, dude. You're a fucking idiot, huh? Look at you.
I mean, all I'm saying is Karen has got some serious
The other thing, he's shitting on all the people who gave money on our fundraisers. All the people, I see you in the chat. You donated on those fundraisers through the Young Jerks, through the Karen Reed, and received those stickers, and you were part of that. And he's pretending that never happened. What a fraud. What a fraud. That's another reason I want to do this show tonight.
PR
Really?
to work on.
Fucking, what's he always doing with his hands, too? A little grubby. This guy is such a fucking schemer. He thinks everyone's got an angle because he's always got an angle. Normal people don't think like he does.
To get the support of this community again.
Really?
And I want her to get the support of the community.
Do you?
I hope that fundraiser actually raises funds. I hope that it does.
It does?
But it
Okay.
won't.
It won't. Big words from Will. As usual, full of shit, doesn't know what he's talking about. Will, you are always wrong. All you do is parrot somebody else. And you are so wrong. You were so wrong on this, Will. And I could have told you this 2 weeks ago, how wrong you were going to be. What a clown show you are, Will. You jackass. What a liar. What a liar and what a dumb individual to actually say this the day before. I love this for you, Will. I love that you were so fucking wrong in public again. You fucking clown. You have no idea what's going on in Massachusetts. You don't even know who the fucking... I guarantee you, if you asked Will, put him on the spot and say, hey, Will, who's the lieutenant governor of Massachusetts? No fucking clue. What do they call the State House? He wouldn't even know it's Beacon Hill.
It won't because of the people attached to it. It won't because of the nature of what is trying to be used here.
What? What's that?
DJ sees an opportunity to get a bunch of these people on his channel and they can all shit talk Turtle Boy, and he's basically trying to do what JFK did.
Number one, see, this is where this guy does no journalism. He decides to go up and shit talk DJ. Didn't ask DJ any questions. He assumed that DJ wanted everyone to shit talk Turtle Boy. Well, everybody was told not to mention Turtle Boy, not to shit talk him, not to do any of the drama on the show. Number one, Will, wrong about that. Number two, DJ didn't even want to host it. He wanted me to host it. Imagine that, Will. Somebody actually named DJ was caring more about Karen Reed than his channel. Isn't that a foreign concept? Will can't even consider the concept because all he thinks about is opportunity. All he thinks about is self-dealing. All he thinks about is getting ahead and fucking people over. He thinks everyone thinks like he does. DJ didn't want anything to do with the hosting. The only reason DJ hosted is because LTL and I looked at him and said, I know you'd rather have myself, LTL, or JFK host it, but we think you'd be the best choice because you are right now the least controversial. And that's why DJ ended up hosting it. So you're shit talking someone that you could have asked a question of, that you could have done some journalism of. This is how little he cares about the truth or his audience. He's lying to you about DJ. And this is exactly it. He's a long-distance grifter. This is what grifting is. It's all he is. He's a clown show grifter. No journalism, no truth, all narrative, all to benefit Will. All to benefit Will. How's that working out, Will? Because guess what? The community, the real community is onto you, Will. And we don't forget.
Really? You say my name?
And he's using a Karen Reed fundraiser.
Wait a minute. Did you say my name?
As the guys.
What?
Clown.
Clown.
You are a clown. A clown.
Clown.
You
Wicked
are a
clown.
clown. A clown. You are a clown. A clown. You are a clown. A clown. You are a clown. Clown.
Miss 808 hopes his fitted sheet never fits. He ain't got sheets, man. See, before the fundraiser, this is what he was saying. This is what this guy, my name got dropped. You see what I'm saying? Like, what do I got to do with that? 35 episodes of Eddie O'Brien. This is what JFK tried to do. This is what I tried to do? What did I try to do, buddy? Will Henry, you know what I did? I called you out because you're a clown. Karen's never going to get, you hope she gets the support of the community. She got 20 grand without you.
You know what? DJ and Bia have so much more credibility in the real community than this clown Galera. Facts.
Without you, she made 20,000 without you. Would you believe it? They're doing good without you. You do know that, right? You do know that, right? And they don't want you around no more. So what are you going to do? Tuberculosis is going to be fine. He's got I already said this. He has a diehard fan base. Congratulations. It is what it is. Right? It's a beautiful thing. Does it make it right? Whatever. He got a fan base. What about you? What happens when their fan base gets sick of you playing piggyback? You're a parrot. That fan base will turn on you. Trust and believe. Oh, man, that blog is going to get written. But what happens when he goes to write a blog?
You know what's going to be great, Will? The Galera? Nobody's going to support you. You don't have what JFK has. You don't have what I have. You're done. If that happens, you are done. Done.
Tuberculosis, you should write a blog on this fucking guy.
He
That'd
should.
probably
He
be
should.
the best blog.
I swear to
do
God,
it.
you
He's
know
got
how
poor
many
behavior.
you know how many clicks TV's going to get when he writes that blog or does that show on Galera? It's probably going to be one of his most popular live streams ever. And you know it's going to happen eventually. It will happen. It will happen. What are you going to do then, Will? What are you going to do then? Nobody in Boston's going to fuck with you. They're already done with you. I don't think you're going to get such a welcome reception if you come back here.
That guy got poor behavior, TP. Poor behavior. He's your friend? He ain't your friend.
And that's the funniest thing, too. They were all jealous of the Howie Carr stuff. They tried to get me canceled. Three of them. At least three shows tried to get me canceled from there. And it's funny that they thought they could actually bully Howie Carr, who stood up to Whitey Bulger, who stood up to one of the most notorious crime leaders of all time, the most murderous, and they thought that they could bully Howie on me. I think that just made Howie like me even more. That's the funny thing. It just made Howie recognize that, wow, Mike must be important if so many people are trying to cancel him. He must be doing good shit.
You don't think that guy talks shit about you, TP? Honestly. You don't think he talks shit?
Oh, the Galera? He definitely talks shit about him. The Galera talks shit about everybody. The Galera doesn't even have any self-respect to get his fucking teeth fixed. Like, let's talk about that. This guy's making money. He couldn't even invest in his own fucking teeth. Couldn't even invest in himself. He has no self-respect.
You tell me when that guy gets drunk, he doesn't run his mouth. He's the type of dude who puts dirty air between people. Yeah,
and I know
man.
all about that shit because I was like that for a while myself. So I recognize the Galera. He doesn't even respect himself.
He
My
just
phone's
dropped
going.
my name. You don't think he's dropping yours? Why is he dropping my name? Honestly, tuberculosis. Why the fuck is he dropping my name? That's what JFK tried to do. What did I try to do? I did a fundraiser? Did I put the fucking fundraiser together? I don't want to do no fun. I ain't got time to do no fundraiser. Hey, everybody, what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to like if I did a fundraiser, it's going to be music. It's going to be my show. Right? It's going to be the JFK way. They don't want to do a fundraiser with me. If I did a fundraiser, it'd be the JFK way. So the reason why they did a fundraiser on the guy calling all beings is because all of them got similar styles. my style's different than theirs. So you might mistake my fundraiser for something else. You see what I'm saying? So they made the right choice, but I wasn't doing.
I'm going to jump in here. I think we did make the right choice. I will say that as a group, but I also will say we actually do want JFK to do a fundraiser for Karen Reed with music his way. That's what I want to see. But I don't want to pressure JFK because he's too important. Honestly, he can do whatever the fuck he wants, and I'll support it. Like JFK is fucking on another level. Like, and I think the real thing, like with this whole thing, is we didn't want a lightning rod to host the first one. That was the real reason we said DJ, and I think it was smart to do it that way. But we all want JFK to do a fundraiser if he wants to for Karen Reed. And I get like JFK is like John Como's the same way. They're so independent. They feel funny if we're doing fundraisers for people like this. And if they can't get over that, that's fine too, because they support in other ways. But JFK is going to do what he's going to do, and I'm going to support him either way. Yeah, James is saying they're doing it. That's what I would love to see it. I would love to be on there even just for a minute too.
Doing it anyway.
You know what I want to do is I want to dance. I want to dance with you guys because I fucking so many nights, dudes. I don't know if you knew this, but Kevy Kev, JFK, James, I fucking dance with you by myself, watching, fucking listening to the music. I fucking dance with you guys, and I want to dance with you on screen. I do. Some people make fun of my dancing. I don't give a shit.
I ain't got time to do all that. Right? That's just what it is. Right? And on top of that, to popular belief, I was never no voice box for Karen Reed. She came and used my platform during a time where it was right. It was the perfect time to use the platform to speak her piece because everybody was watching me at that time. Now, is it the right time to speak her piece on my platform now? Maybe not. Right? But at that
I gotta stop.
right.
I gotta stop the man for a second. Can we put up the ones right now? We got James Jackson in the chat. We got the man. JFK is in the fucking chat. There's some turbulence in the chat because a big fucking deal just showed up. JFK is here. I know DJ from Calling All Beings is watching it. We got some real quality people here. So let's put up your ones right now for JFK is in the fucking house.
It was all eyes on JFK's channel. So I wasn't trying to do nothing but get her point across to speak her truth. And she did. And she said, you, Will Henry, refused her. By community. What happened to your community? You're trying to get the love from the community back. You're trying to have Karen back, get the community back to love Karen. The same person. Can you have that same community try to love JFK? That same community? That community that you're talking to, you thought they canceled JFK, right? You say I only get like 50 people watching. There's 292 people watching at 1 a.m. That's pretty good, man. That's a full flight, man. On a 777, that's a lot of people, man. That's not bad. You do know that, right? That I'm not canceled? You know everything you do. Like, you know I could talk shit about you anytime I want, and there's nothing you can do about it. You name drop me. This is what he's trying to do. No, that's a lie. That's a lie. I didn't try to do shit. I brought the truth out. No matter how you look at it, it might have not been perfect every time. I said it. Your Jordans were Mexican Jordans. You had some cheap-ass Jordans that Esty bought you. Esty bought you the jacket, too. She picked you up in a Range Rover. She drove you around Boston. You used that girl. You used her. And then when she got attacked, you dropped her. Am I trying to save Esty? Dun, 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 dun. JFK is trying to save Esty. Super JFK. No. But that's just a fact, right? She looked out for you. She bought you your plane ticket. She fed you. She drove you around with your busted knee. And you dropped her. No loyalty. You dropped her. You took the wrench away, didn't you? You did a live about it. You talk shit about it because you're a parrot. Tuberculosis is a turtle and you're a fucking parrot. You guys are in the pet store. Did you ever take a turtle and throw him in the alligator pit? Do they fight? I don't know. I always wondered that when I went to the pet store.
It's so funny. Some dudes out of all the positive comments, let's just check the poll real quick too. The poll right now, 82%. Look, they're all coming in trying to knock it down. It was like 89 earlier. It's now down to 81. All the trolls are trying to get back in. It's so funny. They're all trying to vote on the poll, but it's still at 81%. JFK is talking truth. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. And there's just a couple in there that, like, one dude said he has douche chills about what I'm saying here. He doesn't have douche chills about the way this dude, the Galera, treated his friend Esty. Friends don't do that to friends.
The little Cayman alligators. I don't know. You're from Miami. You know about alligators. You know about reptile behavior, don't you? Snakes. You know about that. Little lizards and shit. Little geckos. Will Henry. You're a fucking lizard, ain't you?
He is.
Right? You're a fucking reptile, right? You're a snake, right?
He is. He's a fucking snake.
Right? You're a parrot.
I love that one. I love that one. Venmo me. Every time the trolls ask him a question or they come at him, he's like, Venmo me. Venmo me. That's what I'm gonna steal more JFK. Anytime these trolls come at me, it's gonna be Venmo. Send me the Venmo. Send me the Venmo. Do I actually wait? I haven't even put my Venmo up tonight. Let me put my Venmo up because there are some trolls. The Venmo is Mike Crawford TYJ. Venmo me. Be nasty in the Venmo. Send me questions in the Venmo. I love that one. And again, I hope you subscribe to all these. Make sure you subscribe to Canton Chronicle. I want to thank our moderators for putting them in the chat. Also, make sure you subscribe to Calling All Beings. And make sure you subscribe to LTL Media and JFK Showoff, and James Jackson also has his channel. Subscribe to all these people.
Right? Will Henry? You need a cigarette? I don't got one. I don't smoke.
You don't smoke. I love when he said that. Even
What happens
so
when you
funny.
need a cigarette?
I don't
Do you
smoke.
yell at everybody? Do you get mad, agitated? You was in the casino acting like a fucking fiend from 1993. I seen you. You were all edgy and shit. You know,
Shit, JFK watches everything. I love this. I noticed this too about Willie when I hung out with him one night. He's got some issues, and it's noticeable, and other people notice it around him. Dude is not
how many
healthy.
people came over to me when they were talking to me and they
I'll
were
be-
like, what's his problem? You know how many girls did that to me? They know who they are. They probably watch him on the live. They came, what's his problem? What's wrong with him? It's my anxiety. I'm not good around people. Grow the fuck up. Will you? Grow up. Grow up, will you? He tried to do what JFK did. Who the fuck are you talking to? Seriously, like what? You don't even know your audience. But you think you do. You think you're actually doing damage. Hold on a minute. I got another phone call. Hello? Hello? Oh, what up, Barrels? What up, bro? Absolutely. Can I ask you a question now that I got you on the phone? Does Will Henry have any power?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No
Can Will
power.
Henry cancel anybody?
Absolutely not.
Thank you, Barrels. We could always count on you. Call me back.
This is the funniest thing. I learned this when Will first came at me, that he had no pull to cancel me. And all he did, he attacked me like 3 shows in a row, and I didn't respond. And then he stopped because he was losing too many subs. He has no pull. None. Zero. And I got to say, they throw this word journalism around a lot. I've actually been a paid journalist, even in college. I was a sports editor, the local uh, college newspaper. That was my first paid journalism job back in college at Bridgewater State College. I wrote for the Bridgewater Comment, first as a sports writer and then the sports editor. I later wrote for Dig Boston. I had a weekly column in a print publication in Boston for over probably close to a decade. So I have done some journalism. I don't do as much journalism today. I mostly just do this show. But I will say some of the best journalism about what's been going on in the movement came from JFK. That dude is doing journalism. Unlike these other clowns that just make shit up, like Will, pretending he knew what DJ was about with this fundraiser. I mean, that is not journalism. He didn't even ask DJ. You know who's a journalist? JFK is a journalist. Journalists ask questions. They don't set narratives.
Later, all right, buddy? Bye. I mean, there you have it. The most solidest guy there is. But then the very next day, Will Henry, what did you do, Will Henry? You went on a live stream.
Almost as much money as Karen Reed did if they weren't so fucking greedy.
Oh my God, this is another lie right here. And I gotta say, when someone said you guys are journalists, I was a journalist in college. It's that simple. I became a paid journalist in college at Bridgewater State for the Bridgewater State Comment. They sent me to Dallas, Texas on a big journalism conference. I have actually had some training with professional journalists. One of them who went to the Columbia School of Journalism, Chris Ferrone, who was my editor for a number of years. But before that, there was a guy named Hoey. His last name was Hoey. You can look him up. He's a major big deal too at Bridgewater State. So I have been mentored by journalists, by professional journalists that went to some of the best schools you can name. And I've also been to those kind of journalism conventions where Bridgewater State sent me to Dallas, Texas to go to one. So I have some journalism training, even though I didn't go for a journalism degree. But much more than some of these other people who pretend they're journalists and then don't ask any questions. JFK is a journalist.
And they turned their super chats off and didn't fucking
What?
restream all of the shit that fucking Cab was streaming.
Oh.
Cab stream should have been the only stream.
Mm-hmm. Cab stream.
And the fact that those guys are not
The cab stream should have been the only stream, and they should have turned their super chats off. Okay.
supportive of each other. I mean, did you?
Number one, there we go. This is what they do. They try to gaslit and split people and lie. All of us were wicked supportive of each other, and we continue to be, and we will be, because we have respect. And the DJ has always done this. Is what I like about DJ right from the beginning. He's always allowed other people to stream his stuff. He was the reason I even found out that was an option on StreamYard. It was because of DJ. And I started offering it to Mazza and other people. Mazza never took us up on it. But I think James and JFK might have when they came on my show. And for this fundraiser, I purposely was the one that said, I want this streamed on everybody's channel because it incentivizes people to want to be a part of it. And it also incentivizes people to want to use their platforms for as much good as they can, which I wanted to do. I wanted to use my channel. I wanted people to be able to watch it there, watching it on Calling All Beings, watch it on LTL. I was the one who was encouraging everybody. That was my thing. And we're going to continue to do it. The next show is going to be on The Young Jerks on my channel. And I'm going to encourage everybody that comes on who's a guest to please stream this on your channel. As many people that stream it, the better, because then we get more eyeballs. And it was also good strategy wise because then they couldn't pigeonhole us on the numbers. It was much harder to keep track of the numbers, right? They were trying to make it a competition. Much harder to have competition when you have different channels running it, right? For this clown to act like he is the expert on what is right and what is good for a fundraiser or for activism. Dude, you're a joke. You've never run a festival and grown it. You've never got 50 artists, some of the biggest names in the country, to play for free at your festival. You've never had people buy in as an organizer, as a group. You've never done that. You've never done any of what we just did, this was day one. Will, can you imagine what we were going to be in a month or two, Will? You've never done that work. You've never brought people together. It's always about you.
You ever see that shit when I did fundraisers? You ever see other people fucking?
We never,
shit?
we never saw it because you never offered it, Will. Because you're too fucking greedy. You would never let me stream your fundraiser on my channel because you're too fucking greedy. You want all of it. That was the point on having it on your channel, Will. You would never offer that. Never, ever, ever. Because you're greedy. But we're not greedy. We support each other, Will. We don't stream snipe. We don't start shows before. We don't play those games, Will. We don't passively aggressive shit talk. We don't play games like you do, Will. Little petty games. The little petty boy.
See, this is what a clown he is. First off, that's an option. Okay. If you guys know StreamYard, right? This is the app, right? This is a fact. This is not me making excuses for anybody. This is a fact. Okay. If you have StreamYard, right? And you log in with your StreamYard, there's an option that you can stream, and you have a YouTube channel. So if you log in through your StreamYard, through your YouTube channel, there's an option that you can hit that it can stream on your channel too. And I can enable it so you could do that, or I can shut that option off to where you can't do it, right? But most people don't even play with that, right? Like it's there. So James does it all the time. He comes in, and if he's live, he's streaming on his show. And whatever time he logs in, right? Whatever time he logs in, that's when it activates on his stream. So I could be talking for an hour before, but if you go to James's stream, say the next day, and watch replay, it's only going to start when James jumped on the live. Now, why did they do that? They did that because all of them wanted to be a part of the fundraiser, and they all have fans. Not many people know about Cap. They maybe he did most of the work. You know, they didn't want that responsibility, and he took the responsibility.
And I got to say, and we also, one of the other purposes of doing it on all the channels is we want to show who supports. If you're on YouTube and all of a sudden you see 3, 4, 5 shows all streaming this Karen Reed fundraiser, you recognize, wow, these people are united. They're all streaming at the same time. It's like when ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox, they all of a sudden stream like a fundraiser for 9/11. We all notice it, right? We're like, holy fuck, they're all doing it. They're all coming together. That's what this is about. Coming together. Unity. But the glare just assumes he knows without talking to anyone, without doing any journalism, without even asking one of us about it.
Ability to do the work, most of the work to make that happen, coordinate with Karen, and they streamed it on their page. So what? It doesn't make a difference. And he's saying, oh, they had their super chats on, and someone might have sent the super chat to Mikey. Okay, so what? You can't control people, places, and things. People are going to send super chats. I'm sure they know how to send a Venmo. And I'm sure if they made a bunch of money on super chats that night, you can't say that Mikey Crawford or LTL.
Not only that, did I not make a lot of super chats. I think my super chats were around $100. My ads on my YouTube Premium were probably like 200. I donated it all. I just didn't donate the super chats. I donated the ad money. I donated the YouTube Premium money, and then I threw in some of my money. And LTL did the same thing. And Calling All Beings is throwing in all of their super chats. They got the most super chats. They advertise the super chats. I didn't advertise it. I don't like people doing the super chats during a benefit event because it ends up being a taxable event for me. It ends up making me pay a bigger bill at the end of the year to the tax man. So I'd rather people go directly to Karen Reed's link, but I left it open because I know some people prefer it that way. And I know some people even like to just throw us creators a bone, even though they know it's a fundraiser. They want to give us a little tip. And I'm using my tip for Karen. So I left it open. And for this guy to pretend he knows what's best for our fundraising, Will, you haven't raised millions of dollars. I have. And not just for Karen. You know, I raised a lot of money. I didn't raise $1 million for Karen, but I bet I raised more for Will than Will actually through all the little benefits we did. And I'm talking about other events I did. This is not my first, jump into fundraising.
If they made a bunch of super chats, especially LTL, you know for a fact he's going to donate something. Didn't he just donate something today or something I seen on Twitter? Like, that dude donates all the time. So, like, the fact that you're still trying to turn it into shit because you're the day before you try to shit on it and you thought you had power and you thought you were hoping that
Yeah, that was so funny. Yeah, last night we did show. Was it last night or the night before? We did a show, and we're trying to get to the 30,000, and then James threw in 200. I think James actually put us over 30,000 on the Karen Reed fundraiser. We're over 31,000. LTL did another show, got it up to 31,000. I mean, we're just chipping away. And these aren't big fundraisers. These are just, us having fun. If you can, kick in some money to Karen tonight. Merry Christmas
next
to
day when you
Karen.
did your little live walking your puppy, you was hoping that it was shit. You were hoping that it was a shit, even though you talk with both sides of your mouth and you say, yeah, I hope it was successful. Instead of doing a live saying, hey, I bite my tongue. People can watch who they want to watch. I'm glad, this turned out this way. Let's just put this to bed and let's move on. No, you're still trying to draw up narratives. What's going to happen to you? You're the odd man out, Will Henry. You do know that, right? You're the odd man out. There's nothing you can do. It's next for you. You're next, man.
He is next. That's a funny thing. Will doesn't even know it. He's going to be, well, he probably does. Eventually, he's going to be next. I love this super chat right here. Thanks, Mike. Merry Christmas from Gary Titus. Gary Titus is the most famous DJ from Canton, Massachusetts. When Canton locals step up, I just get so excited. I love you, Gary. You're another one. I'm so glad that I got to know you over the last couple of years. I'm very thankful for you. Thank you, Gary. You're like amazing. I love Gary Titus. Thank you so much for being here. I want to thank all the super chatters tonight. It's a good feeling. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to everybody. God damn. Thank you.
You're next. You're going to be tapping. You're next. But you're going to run. That's what you do. You're going to run. You're going to hide. You're going to shut down your YouTube channel. You're not going to shut it down, but you're not going to show up for a couple of weeks. And then you're going to try to come back with the pity. I'm saying it here tonight on December 22nd, Monday.
Yeah, I love this. I love this. JFK goes out there and makes another prediction that I think is probably going to come true. I think I'm going to co-sign this one.
Come for you, when people come for you, because they will, when it happens, you will run away, and then you'll come back and play the victim. I got this, I'm messed up, I'm sorry, my mind wasn't right. You'll make up some excuse. And then you'll try to latch onto something else because that's what you do. Because you're a person that has nothing to lose. You're the most dangerous person because you got nothing to lose. Many of us got other things going on. So we watch what we say. We watch what we do because we don't want to lose what we got. What are you going to lose? What are you going to lose? This is what he said.
And raised over $25,000 for Aiden Mr. Media Carney's defense fund, aka Turtle Boy.
Okay.
Pretty fantastic, man.
Oh, yeah.
Now I am going to talk a little shit because this is a members only live,
Oh,
and members only. This is where you guys get the petty and the shit talk.
Listen to this. Listen to this coward. You pay me so I can be a coward and talk shit about people behind a paywall. What bitch ass shit is that? Are you shitting me? This is where I get to be a bitch. I don't use that word about women, but I use it about men sometimes. And that's exactly what that is. What a little pathetic coward. This is where I get to be a little baby and be petty. Because I'm afraid that Mike might listen or LTL might listen and check all the BS that I'm saying that's not true to my fans. This is where I can go and lie and talk shit. Living in mom's basement, exactly.
It's not going to be necessarily a petty stream, but
okay.
I mean, listen.
What?
First off,
Listen.
I think it's great. I think it's fucking amazing, honestly,
Hmm.
that they
They.
um
Say it.
that
Yeah.
over $16,000 was raised, almost
It's more than
$17,000.
Yeah.
It was more than 20, dude. Check your sources. Looks like you got some bad sources there. More than 20. And unlike you, we don't keep track of every dollar to take credit for it. There was money that came in Venmo and PayPal and Super Chats, way over 20,000. So number one, your sources are wrong. Sloppy journalism, by the way. And number two, it was never a competition. We didn't want it to be a competition. We're not in competition with you.
20,000. Yeah.
Which I think is great. So last night was a joint joint accomplishment of over $40,000
Yeah.
raised for both Turtle Boy and Karen.
Mm-hmm.
What that is that's a reflection
That's a.
on the community.
Oh. It were more.
For the community that you're not part of, honestly, at this point. That you shit all over, dude. Now you want to take credit for that. That's fucked up. You're a fucked up person, Will. What is wrong with you? You shit all over it. Now you're talking about community? What fucking community? This guy is fucking,
That's a reflection on the community. The night before, the Thursday before, that Thursday, you did, or Wednesday, whatever it was, you did a stream talking shit, saying it's not going to raise nothing because of the people involved. And then you say that's a reflection of the.
that's the funniest shit of all. The keep it score. I fucking hate that shit. There are some streams you'll see people, that's all they do is they keep track of every fucking donation. I started this shit. Really, if you look at it, I started the fundraising for Karen. I never kept track. I can't tell you how much money I raised for Karen because I didn't keep track. I didn't do it for credit.
Community. You have a whole post. Go look for it. It says, what happened to my community? But now you're sitting there talking about that's a reflection of the community. And that's great. What happened? You tried everything not to. If it was up to you, you didn't want that to happen. You did a whole stream talking shit about it. If you wanted it to happen, you would have never did a stream talking shit. You do know that, right? If that's what you really wanted to happen, you would have never did a stream saying it wasn't going to make money. You wouldn't have talked shit about it. You would have just held your tongue because it wouldn't have mattered to you, but it did. You thought you had influence, didn't you? You thought by doing that stream, you really thought when you smoked that cigarette, dropping my name, and you thought it was going to fail miserably. And that was going to help you out. And you were going to be like, I told you so. Once again, you didn't say that though, did you? And you still try to draw the narrative, didn't you? You went on to say, oh, I think it's great, but it could have made more money now. They messed up and left money on the table.
Money as Karen Reed did. If they weren't so fucking greedy
Hmm.
and they turned their super chats off and didn't.
Wait, how the fuck were we greedy when we gave all the money to Karen and then some? I want to know how much money did Will give to Karen Reed out of his own pocket? How much money on all the super chat shows that he did for Karen did he give out of his own pocket? I haven't heard Will talk about that. Was he being greedy?
Fucking restream all of the shit that fucking Cab was streaming. Cab stream should have been the only stream. And the fact that those guys are not supportive of each other. I mean,
What?
did you ever see that shit?
Yes.
It's because you're not supportive of people. Doesn't mean we're not. We're all supportive of each other. We're all working together. We're going to be rotating hosts. We're unified. Something you've never done. Never. Not once, Will.
Did fundraisers?
Mhm.
You ever see other people fucking restreaming the shit?
It doesn't matter.
You ever see?
You can do that, though.
You see Ian Runkle doing that shit? You
Who
see,
cares?
Ian Runkle has 400,000 people. We didn't have any show that had 400,000 people, followers. How many? I don't even know. How many followers does Ian Runkle have right now? You know, if we were going to do it on based on the amount of followers, I would have been the one hosting it. I said no. I said calling all beings. Such a fucking shithead this guy is. He doesn't know anything about anything.
But you could.
Hart doing that shit. You see fucking Melanie Little doing that shit.
No, I don't see Melanie Little have anybody on her show.
Has Melanie Little done any fundraisers for Karen Reed ever? This is another. How much money has she made on Karen Reed? Like, you want to bring up Melanie Little. When you bring up Melanie Little, well, it's not helping her. Maybe she should get pissed at you for bringing up her name in this. Why are you bringing up Melanie Little? Why are you throwing Melanie Little under the bus, Will? Are you trying to use Melanie Little again for clout? If I were Melanie Little, I'd be running the fuck away from you. Especially considering all the money she made.
Because the mindset is simply to raise money for the person you're raising funds for.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
That is it.
Okay. You ought to
So
brag.
Yeah,
if you
exactly.
ever wanted
What?
an example of the true colors of the very people that we've been calling out this entire time,
Oh, calling out.
just look at the way they handled that fundraiser.
Oh, and that's the other thing. You think Melanie Little or Ian Runkle wanted to get brought up by this fucking fool in this, especially Runkle? I doubt it. I very much doubt it. This guy is a fucking name dropper. That's all he does. He name drops people. He's a clout chaser. He uses clout, sucks them off. If you're not important enough, you don't get any love from him. Clout chaser. You don't think we've ever seen a clout chaser before, Will?
How they handle it?
We're going to do this, but not without getting ours.
Oh, really?
We're
Oh,
going to get ours.
that's what you think?
That's the attitude.
Really?
I can't relate to that shit.
It sounds like
I
you're
relate
projecting.
to it.
I
Yeah,
have
you are
respect for that.
project. Oh wait, this is the funniest shit of all. Like, anyone gives a fuck who a child beater respects. You beat your kid, dude. You're talking about we're worried about your fucking respect. You're a fucking grifter. You're a clone. You have no backbone. You have no life, Will. You think we care about what you respect, what Will respects. This is some fucking funky shit. The guy who is the most self-interested of all. The guy who couldn't even fucking tell Karen the truth. The guy who's afraid of a turtle. We think you think we care about what you respect. Nobody cares about what you respect. You don't even respect yourself. You had a woman buy you shoes. You have no respect. You have no self-respect for yourself. Why would we respect you, Will?
Shit.
Really?
And
What?
LTL
What?
just like using Karen Reed's
Oh,
fucking,
what?
and he'll try to twist it in
Hmm.
some way,
Okay.
but you know it's bullshit because of
Okay.
the way he worded it. He
What?
clickbaited the whole shit.
He
But
clickbaited.
when he sells it tonight, what he'll do is he'll sit
Mhm.
there and be like, "Oh, Karen Reed, look at her. She's so upset."
Mhm.
And look at, and this is the problem is, I believe Karen Reed was upset when I was watching that. I believe Karen Reed was genuinely pleading with the public to get more help. I understand and I feel that shit.
You feel it, but you never did anything for her. You feel her, but you shat all over her. You feel her, but you made it that way. And now you won't play her words on your show, Will. Why won't you?
The problem,
You understand and you feel that shit. What happened when she called you up and pleaded to you?
Yeah.
Huh? What happened when she called up and pleaded to you for help? Now she's forced to do it herself. She thought she could count on you to help, that you could speak on her behalf. She counted on you. She didn't want to do this. This is not her thing. She counted on you. You turned it down. You truly believe her, but you didn't believe her when she told you that she was hurt. She was confused of what happened with the other dude. Why didn't you do that?
Clown.
This thing about Will not coming through for Karen, now she knows who's real. Now she knows you're not real. I suspected and believed you were a fraud the whole entire time, Will. And you fucking proved it. You proved it. Not only did you prove it to me, you proved it to Karen and anyone else of good conscience that's watching. You had an opportunity to better yourself, to quote JFK. But you chose the easy way. You chose the easy way. What you thought was the easy way.
You are a clown. Clown.
You truly believe when she was upset, but you didn't believe when she was upset when she called you asking about that? Listen, buddy. He's talking about LTL. LTL took the video and he chopped it up, the part where Karen talked. And he made a video of it, which is his right to do. People do it all the time. And he put it in his video section, not a live stream. And he premiered it and it got some views. He did that. Did he monetize off it? Yep, he did. So what? Who cares? Why are you pulling the curtain back? That's what you're supposed to do.
Especially after you gave $1,000 to Karen. You know how long it's going to take LTL to make up that $1,000 on his channel? I mean, this talk about petty.
That's his job. He's a content creator. That's his job. You're acting like he did something wrong. But at the same time, it's serving two purposes, though. Yeah, the behind the scene purpose that you're trying to pull the curtain back of how this works and try to downplay him making a couple bucks. First off the bat, he didn't make millions of dollars. The shit didn't get 1.5 million views. And even if it did, the most you can make off a million views, ladies and gentlemen, is $4,000.
This is what kills me too. Is Esty and Nan. Like he totally shit on them. I just would never do that to a woman in this situation, especially ones that supported me like this.
So even if it got a million views, he made 4,000. Not a million, 4,000. Okay, so do the math. So he's not making a lot of money. Okay, number one. And number two, it's getting the word out there that she was on a show. Okay. It's a different platform. He probably
Yeah.
put different.
How sick is this too? This guy during the trial, Will Henry used to say Bill and Janet adopted him as their son. How fucked up is that? And then he turns on them like this. How manipulative too is that? I didn't play that game with Karen or her family ever. Ask them.
Hashtags he's putting it out there. I could do the same thing. I could do a video of me going over the Karen Reed thing, a video, and I put different hashtags and I put it out during a different day, and it does more numbers than the one prior. Yeah. Did I monetize off it? Yes. But did it serve a purpose to get her word out there? Yes. So why are you mad?
I'm going to put this up on the screen real quick. I'm glad you asked the question. The answer is no. That is a troll account. This is what they do. They try to sow dissension with bullshit and lies. I will never fuck with Kate Peter. I'm not saying all her information is incorrect. I'm not saying she's stupid, but I do not trust Kate Peter, and I will never do a show with Kate Peter. No, never. Thank you for asking the question, because some people for some reason believe that. Most people knew it was fake. It is a fake post. That is a fake post on Twitter. This is what they do. They try to imitate you. They try to confuse people. They don't want people to know the truth.
could do the same thing. But see, you can't do the same thing because anytime Karen talks, you don't want to be associated with her because you feel funny inside, because you feel disconnected. You don't feel right. Then just say that. You did her dirty. Just say that. Right? Will Henry, you did her dirty. See, LTL doesn't feel wrong doing that because he didn't do her dirty.
No, he didn't. And
I
he
don't
knows
feel wrong
Karen.
doing that. I could do a video on that.
And that's the thing. LTL is always going to feel dirty now. I mean, not LTL. The Glera, excuse me, is always going to feel dirty now. LTL will never feel dirty because he knows he's done the right thing. And he knows that Karen knows it. And Karen even said it on the show. I mean, that's the funniest thing. He can't play what Karen said on the show because it doesn't work with his narrative anymore. Doesn't work with his narrative anymore. Yeah, talking shit is up to 22% because all the trolls came in, Bob. Congratulations, bro. And you are one of the trolls now, huh? And you know what, Bob? I've given you a lot of leeway, bitch, but I'm calling you a bitch boy, too. You are. You're a little... Because you know what? Your boy, the Glare, will never cover Canton. And here you are. You're crying. You're crying in the chat. Yeah, I think I'm going to block him. Let's block Bob tonight. Bob, you can come back if you apologize. That's how we're going to play it tonight, Bob. Let's get Bob out of here for one. Let me. I've had enough. You know, it's like it's time to go, Bob. You can watch all the stuff we do about Canton and not comment anymore. Bye, Bob.
That tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a live tomorrow going over her thing. All of us. And I'll keep my super chats on. And maybe someone will say, hey, here's a $50 super chat. I like what you just said. So what? Who gives a fuck? Why do you care? Why do you care? There's some people who didn't see the video. Maybe the video section is different than the live section. You do know that, right? You do know that?
Bob, I hope they send you an extra big tax bill in Canton and nobody with a show or a platform helps you out with it.
Buddy, it's different. I did videos.
Merry Christmas, Bob.
It's different. Some videos will catch heat. Gone. The right hashtag, gone. Live streams, the replay value. Live streams don't have the same. They max out. They max out at certain numbers. They don't move. Live streams don't move, keep moving. Videos keep moving, man. It's a different algorithm.
I love that. The only way Bob can contact me again now is to send a Venmo. Send a Venmo, Bob. You can send your apology by Venmo. Someone actually did that this week. I want to thank them.
And I'll say it again. You do know that, right? But you don't do that because you never chop up any videos. You don't use your go to your video section. Will Henry, what videos do you got up? Everything you do is live stream. You don't do anything else to try to move the needle. You don't move the needle. at all, but you think you do. You think you could shut people down. You think by saying that shit talk that you're going to slow people down. And you should know by now you're not slowing any.
I'm going to say I'm not the only one, but I would say I did it the most. Nia Marie says Mike is the only creator that opened his channel to the citizens of Canton. He streamed every town meeting and really other creators, court hearings. I've only seen him care and really care. I'm going to say LTL did a lot too. And Canton Chronicle. So those 3 shows have done a lot for Canton. Those are the 3 shows. LTL, myself, Canton Chronicle. We're the ones who covered Canton. We're the ones who opened it up to the Canton residents. Totally. So I'm not the only one. I was probably the earliest. I was probably the first one that really focused on Canton and brought them on. But I'm not the only one. And there's also Resistance to Silence. They've also featured a lot of Canton people. There's probably some others I'm missing. But I'd say the big 3 for Canton Chronicle, LTL Media, and the Young Jerks. But I appreciate your comment. I loved your comment, actually, for noticing what we did in Canton.
Buddy down. But why do you continue to shit talk? Because you're quirky. You're a punk. You're a quirky little man. Little man. I ain't crying. That's who you are. You just keep name dropping names all day long.
That's all he does.
You can't stop it. You do know that. Right? Did you get the memo?
I want to throw this up here. Nurse says, Mike, you are responding and seem upset by. I am upset. You know what I'm upset by? That our great fundraiser was shit on by these people who don't even have the decency to ask a question to us before going out live and lying about everything. And if you're not mad about that, there's something wrong with you. Like, you should be mad. And especially knowing people believe it. People buy that shit up from this idiot who has no credibility, who's a fucking grifter. So yeah, it makes me a little mad. It does. And especially knowing how much time and effort and sacrifice we put into organizing this fundraiser. With what DJ and LTL and Nick Rocco, Boston Bia, what everyone put into it to get shit on by these assholes who can't even do basic reporting, basic ethical journalism. Instead, they go up and lie, hidden behind the members only.
I'm going to keep saying that. That's my new thing. You do know that, right? I'm going to keep saying it just to bother you. And you could say it on your show. And when someone says disclaimer and they do that, when you say disclaimer, you're doing that. You guys can't help it. We're in your head. We branded us into you. It's called branding. We're here to stay, buddy. But you're going to continue to shit talk. And it's only a matter of time they come for you. Are you all caught up? You all caught up? My girl, Miss 808, dropped some funny ones. I hope every sock he owns slowly loses its match. I hope his fitted sheet never fits. May their sock.
And that's the thing, too, in this comment. Miss GNX says, and let's keep this real. Will Henry admitted during the trial Mike was the first to do a Karen Reed fundraiser. I don't know that as a fact, but I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt if he admitted it in the past, because I'm pretty sure I probably was. He's saying something different now because his puppet master is mad at Mike. I mean, that's the facts. He's lying. And he lies so easily. Some of these people who lie so easily. Someone posted about Machado today, how she always talks shit about me. She's jealous. She talks about how she's such a big titan in the GOP. I'm not even in the GOP, in the Mass GOP, and I'm pretty sure if you did a poll of the leadership of the Mass GOP, I'd get more support than she would. I mean, that shows how shitty she is. I'm not even in the party, and I have more support than she does. Not credible. These people are not credible because they lie. And when that woman went on the space and said, I like Jess because when she lies, she tells us the truth after. How about just not lying? How about not lying to your audience? How about when you can't say something publicly, you say, you know what, I can't talk about that. I don't feel comfortable talking about that. But when you lie, and then you lie again, and you lie about your lies. Yeah, the Mass GOP doesn't like Machado. I mean, that's the she came in last in her election. Dead last. The one time she ran, dead last, Messi Machado. You know why the Mass GOP likes me? It's because I'm credible and I'm fair with them. Imagine that. Which she's not. She's not credible or fair.
Constantly feel wet and uncomfortable. Goddamn. I hope his earbuds only work on one side. Oh, that's a killer. I hope his GPS says recalculating forever. I digress. Talk to him. Cat's Pajamas dropped 5 JFK memberships. I appreciate it. Kelsey coming through with 10 JFK memberships. Wow, thank you so much. Amy, Will is his own problem. Miss 808. He's running to his next show when he dresses as a dude named Ralphie.
This is a good comment right here. I want to address it. She says, they like you because you have a platform on Howie. They liked me before I had a platform on Howie. And I really don't have much of a platform in terms of putting them on there. You know, once in a while I'll fill in as a guest co-host, but mostly I haven't had anyone from Mass GOP on Grace or Howie. So that's not really true. I'm sure they like me because I'm on Howie a little bit, you know, as a guest on Grace Curley's show every week. But I'm more of a guest. Once in a while I'll do fill-ins, but I haven't had anyone from Mass GOP on the Howie show. They liked me before that because I treated them fairly. And look at my history. I've had a lot of Republicans on my show from Mass GOP before Howie Carr. And I'm going to have one actually probably in the next week, Anthony Amori, who ran for Mass State Auditor. He's friends with Charlie Baker. He's a friend of mine. So they liked me before Howie. I've been wooed, actually, by Mass GOP and the Mass Dems. Who can say that? They all want me. But I'm independent.
Exactly. You guys are great. Thank you guys so much. And that's why he's so upset, because he could go. Why doesn't he go over the Karen Reed stuff?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he
Okay.
go over the Karen Reed video?
He can't put it up there. It
That's a
hurts
good
his
video.
narrative.
Why? That's what he does, right? He screen records and goes over videos. Why doesn't anybody on that side has yet?
Right. Glare goes over every one of my live streams anytime talking about this shit. Why won't he do this one? Why won't they? There we go. There's Sherry. Sherry says, Mike, I'm involved with Mass GOP. They respect you for your loyalty. There you go.
To go over the cat. If it was any other time in life, everybody down the line would be going over the Karen Reed video to put more awareness to what she's trying to do, right? But they're not doing it. Why? Because you know you guys are wrong.
So that Sherry in Massachusetts, Deborah says if you're registered as independent, you can't vote on a primary. Yeah, Deborah, it depends on the state you're in. Every state has different rules on the primary. In Massachusetts, we actually have a party called the Independent Party. So if you're registered there, yeah, you're not going to vote because they don't even have a primary, right? But I'm what we call an unenrolled voter, which means I'm not enrolled with either party, any party. I have no party designation. In Massachusetts, we call it unenrolled, an unenrolled voter. Most voters in Massachusetts, the large majority, are unenrolled like I am. We don't have any party designation. The second largest group of voters in Massachusetts are the Democrats. The third largest are the Republicans. So most people in Massachusetts are like me. We're unenrolled, and we can actually vote in either primary. We sometimes I vote in the Democratic primary. Sometimes I vote in the Republican primary. Depends on what ballot I want to choose because I'm unenrolled. That's what I would suggest to most people in Massachusetts. If you're like me, an independent, just be an unenrolled voter. Now, in other states, that doesn't work that way. Sometimes in other states, a lot of times you actually have to be a Democrat to vote in the Democratic primary or a Republican. So it depends on what state you're in. In Massachusetts, I like it. Unenrolled voter is what I suggest to everyone in Massachusetts. Then you can vote in whatever primary you want. You can decide that day. Yeah. Like Gigi says, I'm unenrolled. Most people in Mass are unenrolled. All right. It depends on your state. Every state's different on how they run the primaries. We're not all the same. Look into your state's primary rules.
Did her dirty. She proved her point. I didn't say thank you to anybody because I don't want to get indicted. This piece of shit tuberculosis. He wiretapped me. He recorded me. And in that recording, I said, Tully, I'm dead. I'm dead. Some shit like that. He knows how scared I was. And this clown tuberculosis even said on one of his lives, I'm not going to try to find it or whatever because, you know, it gets exhausting trying to do that. But, you know, he said, hey, even if she gets indicted, like they'll just drop that shit. Even if like that would happen, like it wouldn't even like even if she did get indicted, like it's not a big deal. She's not going to jail. Like she's not facing real problems. I'm facing real problems. I'm facing jail time. She's good. Here's the perspective. You want the jewel? Ladies and gentlemen, do you want the jewel? Do you want the jewel? I'm asking a question. Do you want the jewel?
I love JFK.
Do you want the jewel? Huh? Do you? We want it? God damn, Eddie Morgan, calm the fuck down,
God
will you?
damn it. Calm down.
God damn it. God damn, Eddie. Eddie, you need to calm all the way down, my dude. Hold on. There's no Eddie, what are you trying to do?
It's the most beautiful time of the year.
Put the ones up.
Eddie,
Put the ones up.
get the fuck away from the mistletoe, Eddie. No mistletoes for you.
Don't eat the mistletoe, Eddie.
Eddie, calm the fuck down.
Calm down. Merry Christmas, everyone. Put your ones up for JFK. Like and follow them in the chat. I'm going to throw it up one more
The jewel
time.
is this. It's only been 6 months.
It's the Karen
right?
fundraiser.
We all know it's been 6 months. Right? That Karen Reed got found not guilty 6 months. And everybody wants wants her to say thank you and expect her. In the tuberculosis words, I'm facing real problems. So within 6 months, she's supposed to just act like she didn't get double jeopardized, right? To be charged again in the second trial with murder. They bring in a special prosecutor who hid witnesses. The deck was stacked. Let's face it. It was scary. And then she's hearing through the grapevine that they're still trying to indict her for witness intimidation, conspiracy. All the while, the person she trusts in this whole thing, she ain't got no trust for anymore, and he's not doing her any favors. He's on his lives. He's being reckless. He's being sloppy. He even turned totally against her and let everybody know. At first, it was cryptic, right? But she heard it. She read between the lines and the lies. Take the N out. She read between the lies. And that's how he designed it. And then he came right out. But here's the jewel. The jewel is this. If Karen Reed would have got found guilty, if Karen Reed would have got found guilty, let me continue. If Karen Reed would have got found guilty, she would have only had 6 months in on a life bid. 6 months in on a life bid. What's 6 months to a life bid?
Want to watch the rest of the stream? Check it out. JFK, amazing show. He plays some excellent video too that you should see after this with an autistic guy. I believe he's autistic. That does some rapping and hip hop, and JFK had made a movie about him in the past that I really love called Shirley Ave. That's when I knew how great JFK was when I saw that movie. Yeah. That's the thing. Karen Reed doesn't even need any of us. That's the thing. JFK alluded to this tonight too. She doesn't actually need any of us in the end because her currency is attention, and she can get on any of these big shows on YouTube anytime she wants by just saying, "Hey, I'm Karen Reed. You want to put me on your show?" Money talks. People will put her on there, and she get her narrative out there anytime she wants. But one of the things that you could tell about that fundraising show she did is that her supporters, the people that she knows, the locals, they mean a lot to her. And she cares about them. And she loves what they've done for her. And so she's always looking to support us back. And that's the thing. Karen doesn't need anybody. She doesn't need me. But I'm there for Karen. And I'm never going to fuck with her mental health. And you know what I do with Karen? I ask for nothing. Remember I said that? Ask for nothing, expect the same. Some of you should learn that. You know who should learn that is the Galera. He's very entitled. He thinks he knows how to run a fundraiser better than we did the other night. Very entitled. JFK is deep. And you know, JFK's never asked me for shit either. Some of these other fuckheads do, though, a lot. All right, I'm out of here. I want to thank you all. Have a great Christmas if I don't see you. Who knows? Maybe I'll have to pop back up. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I always like low expectations and over deliver, right? And you're pleasantly surprised. It's the way I live my life, too, with people, with myself and others. What am I putting up the link for? JFK, I think I already threw it in there a few times tonight. Putting up the link. Oh, you know what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to redirect. LTL's got something new that probably just came out. I went a little longer than I thought, but we're going to redirect you to LTL right now. Merry Christmas. I love you all. I want to thank our mods, our awesome mods. I will be smoking a fat one. And I just want to thank you all. You know who you are. The ones who stuck with me. It's funny because a lot of people would say some crazy shit like, Mike, this is why you lost all your supporters. What I realized is I didn't lose my supporters. I gained the knowledge to know who my supporters actually are. And I just want to thank you all. Like, what the fuck? He says, Merry Christmas, Mike. Please keep leading with your heart. We need more people like you. You are loved and appreciated despite what the haters say. And that's what I know. I know it more than ever now. Like, and it's real love. It's not that fake fucking love. There was a lot of fake love going around. You know, people who want to ride. It's so funny too, because I've seen this so many times in my life, where people will treat you so well when they think you can do something for them. The moment they see you go down, they're like, "Oh, f you." And then when you rise again, they're your best friends again. You don't get a second shot with me unless it's real. Unless you really come to Jesus. And I don't think some of you have it in you. We'll see. All right, I'll see you soon. I thank you all. I hope I got all my super chats and maybe my Venmo. I don't know if anyone Venmoed me. I hope I didn't miss any Venmos. No, I don't think I got any Venmos. Good. If I miss you, I'll catch up on the next show. How's that? I got customers hitting me up about tomorrow morning. I'm picking up a great dog tomorrow morning. I can't wait. Charlie's gonna be happy. He's gonna have a friend here. Louie's gonna be here with Charlie. I can't freaking wait for that. I want to thank everyone who did the Venmo tonight. I mean the cash. Not the cash. Neither. Well, I'm losing it right now. I want to thank everyone who did the super chats tonight because we did get some super chats. Thank you, Oxymoron. I want to thank you, What the Duck. You rule. She's one of our mods. Thank you, What the Duck. Ensure 86, North Shore. Love North Shore. Thank you, What the Duck again. I want to thank Bruce, who's also goes by the name Gary Titus. You might have heard of him. Great DJ. He's friends with a lot of musicians. Mass is Corrupt. Thank you. Nina, or is it Nina? I want to thank you so much. Borders Girl, thank you. Becky G. LGO, thank you. Law Talkers, thank you so much. Renee F111, thank you. And thank you to JFK for being real and letting me just stream this tonight. It made it so easy. Let him do the talking. He responded to Will, and I get to throw my 2 cents in on top of it. And I especially want to thank the crew, the YouTubers, DJ, Bia, Boston Bia, LTL, JFK, John from Canton, John Como. I got to learn to say his last name right. I want to thank all of them for stepping up. Boston Brandy. There was a bunch of other people too. I just want to thank everyone who's been part of this. Nick Rocco, Karen Reed, of course. Have a great night, everyone. I'll see you soon. I hope you have a good Christmas wherever you are. Be nice to yourself. Invest in yourself. Believe in yourself and believe in this community, actually. Do believe in it. I'll see you around. There we go. Canton Chronicle. Make sure you subscribe. Yeah, Bia did a great job. And Bia made sure I got moved to the corner when Karen came on the show. I love Bia. She's always positive and fun, too. She got that smile. She makes you feel comfortable instantly. And she's got a Christmas tree in every room. I mean, she loves animals, too. All right, I'll talk to you soon. I love you all. Have a great Christmas again. Peace out. Merry Christmas. Thank you to all my mods. Make sure you subscribe to all those content creators. Yeah, we're going to LTL. We'll see you over there. Bye.